I'm the leader, the Iron Man. The night's done, you know who I am. Blades find their mark and my mind is sharp. My psionics tell you our minds are hells apart. Straightforward and honest, I'm no soothsayer, worth no more than 900. My destiny is ahead, never afraid to confront it. I'll keep everyone safe even if I won't make it. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our glory's boundless and together we stand proud. Proud. Big man, big heart, rage and control. Proud father, wisdom with age, never selfish, never cold. Knock you out with these fists, fall to the floor. Prefer peace, don't test me, I'll even the score. Brute strength to silence enemies, they'll fall. A peaceful soul, don't hesitate to grow. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our glory's boundless and together we stand proud. Proud. Sleeping shiny, the cat's out of the bed. Middle mate can be called ironclad. No cat and mouse, but with my prey I'll play a support animal, yeah. I'm your steel defender, no scratches on this cat, built sleek and slender. No attitude like men, I'm tired of you, so talk to my creator now. The shadows gather as I walk in shadow elf, but I hate my kin. Tinker inventor, I always have the tools for the job. Rules never tidy, kind of a slob. Sleep is for the weak, so I never catch a wink. If I feel tired, just down an energy drink. Master hacker, intelligent, without a doubt. Stand in my way, fuck around and find out. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our glory's boundless and together we stand proud. 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 Man with a voice smooth as silk, not full of hot air, I've got the skills. Air genesi, musical talent unmatched. Singing sax, playing bagpipes on blast. My music sharp like a cloud of daggers, got the moves like Jagger. I ain't no slacker, objects move when I'm around. An army of animated things who can't be brought down. I'll be your test, can't withstand this tempest. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our glory's boundless and together we stand proud. 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 My magic's divine, like a holy man's words. I bring the fire, like soon in a church. In the kitchen or chapel, that's where I shine. I'm the heart of the party, keeping their health in line. Pocket bacon always stocked up, ready to share. If anyone's in need, I'm quick to be there. Divine skills, prestigious and strong, I'm the party shield. They call me Aegis, it won't be long. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our glory's boundless and together we stand proud. Proud.
All right, hello stream. Welcome to what I believe is the last session of Boundless Valor. If it goes past this, I'll be very surprised. So we're gonna just jump right into this, and we will see what happens. Okay, one second. We're gonna jump in with that. Hey everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Hope you are ready.
No, but we can go, I guess.
All right. Recap's gonna be pretty easy, I think. Last week you guys got into this arena, I guess you could call it. You found Bonkin's daughter in an hourglass over here with the Kenku next to her. Trying to figure out what the heck to do with that while also dealing with TW. So there was a round where he was leaving his gnomish form and heading into this form that you see before you here, and that was it. Then all of a sudden he was what he was. Kira did some examining of the hourglass, and Bonkin stood there for a good long time until he realized that Kira had it under control. Don't worry, Lucy. I would have done the same thing. It's my kid in there. Kira did manage to find a way into the hourglass. I wasn't expecting it, but so she went gaseous, went inside, popped Bonkin's daughter into a plane of her own making, and then left the hourglass. Marcus has been toe-to-toe with TW pretty much this entire time, and TW has gotten a few good licks in on him. Things are looking a little rough for Bonkin and for Marcus at this point. So let me just get this tracker up and running. More screen for you guys. All right, so does anyone need clarifications on anything or have questions before we dive in?
Just to clarify, both the Kenku and TW are at least bloodied, right?
Yes. Yes, that's correct. All right, so we will start then at the top of the round with Tempest.
Okay, so Tempest will find Marcus here. Oh. Yeah, and then place a hand on his calf, caressing his calf, and yeah, he'll cast. Where is it? It's gonna be Cure Wounds at 4th. So here we go. Oh. All right. That might keep you alive for one more round, hopefully. Okay. And then so this platform, it's kind of, is it like a flat plane and then what's underneath it?
So it looks like he's standing, he's on glass, but there's an actual clock underneath. You're talking about the center one, right?
The center one, correct, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I only asked because I'd like to not be directly face-to-face with this guy because he hits like a fucking ancient dragon.
Right.
So I'd like to just kind of go just below that plane, just like 5 feet down. So
okay.
what's below me? Is it like a black hole that's just like waiting to suck me in?
Yeah, there's a vortex. There's definitely a vortex there. The closer you get to, and you had felt a slight pull from it when you had gone out here, but you were higher up. You definitely feel the pull a bit more as you get closer to it.
So it doesn't feel like it'd be a great idea to go lower towards it, basically.
You could try.
I'd love that when a DM says that. Okay, then I will just kind of hunker behind Marcus. Actually, wait, no, he's 10 feet away from me. I could probably back up at least one, right? Because he hasn't been, I think his reach is 10 feet. Okay, I'm going to back up at least one. Yeah, right there. Okay, and that's it.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Let's bonus action take a whack at the big guy with tentacles. He hasn't been doing that.
Well, he's been protecting though. That's been nice.
Ooh, slap.
That will actually hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
7 cold owies.
All right.
Okay, yeah, and that's it.
All right. Moving on. At the end of Tempest's turn, TW is going to try to hit Marcus with his tail.
Disadvantage from Min for the first.
Doesn't matter. I've got blur. It's disadvantaged all.
We just want you alive.
I'll interpose tentacles if he hits.
Okay, it will hit. You're at 21 right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's going to, yeah, gonna jump in with tentacles for a D8. Where the hell is that ability? Here it is. You're welcome.
Okay. All right, so that'll be so that's going to be 21, which is then reduced down to 18 bludgeoning, so that will be 9 minus 3 is 6.
Wait. Well, hold on. How do we go from 15 to?
So it was 21, then down to 18.
Okay, but I have heavy armor proficiency, which reduces it by an additional 3.
Right. And then half of that would, so that's 15, half of that would be 7 then.
So
7 points of bludgeoning. And then an additional 14 points of force.
Got it.
Okay. And then it will be your turn, Mark.
Okay.
And he does not look happy that you're still standing.
Well, I'm barely standing. I mean, I am at this point. I'm less than a quarter. Jesus. Yeah, I'm like less than. I'm very, very, very.
Are you at least Are you at least in double digits right now?
Yeah. I am in double digits. Thank God. Because I wasn't a minute ago. Alright, so Marcus is going to... Let me just go ahead and shift my counter dice here. Alright. So Marcus, who is running low on many, many, many things right now and is also starting to really run out of... I'm running out of fucking everything here. I am going to, I'm going to go ahead and burn my free direct psi conversion. And I'm going to burn a first level spell slot. So as Marcus kind of like stumbles and half takes a knee, there's like a flash of pink around his hands and head, and I'll regain those 2 psi points real quick.
Okay.
And then for my action, Marcus is going to very quickly stow his flails, and I'm going to use my attack action. I'm going to claw at this fucking thing first.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
Hell
for my
yeah.
flails.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
It's okay, I'll take it. Hang on 1 sec, that's not it. Okay, so that's just... That is non-magical slashing and large damage, so I'm assuming it's reduced all of that. So it's 10 reduced 5.
Okay.
Okay, so I claw it, and I'm going to dig my claws into it, and I'm going to begin biting the shit out of it.
Okay.
So here's a bite. That's going to be a miss. And that's a 19, but I think its AC was 20.
Correct. That is a miss.
Okay, I ends my turn.
All right.
Hold on. Are you still under like the effects of the bless?
You know what? I am under the effects of the blood.
Oh, there you go.
So I will definitely be a miss with the first bite regardless of the second one, even if I roll a 1.
You get it. Yep.
Alright, so I'll take that.
Perfect.
Last week when you would crit, everything got advantage afterwards. Is
After,
that
yep.
only with bludgeoning?
Nope, it's only with the crusher
Okay.
feet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's only with the crusher feet, which is why I said first thing I should have used my flail. Okay, so I will deal, let's see, 6 points of normal piercing, which I'm assuming is reduced to 3, and then 13 necrotic, which actually I think we had determined it is also ironically resistant to.
Yeah.
Okay, so it takes 19, so what? 9 points?
Yep, it'd be 9. Okay, so Marcus.
And I will heal for that 13.
Okay. So Marcus goes into a more almost like feral state, like a survival state, and starts to attack this thing with claws and biting at it. Marcus, give me just real quick a Constitution saving throw.
That's right, I bit it.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. So, again, you managed to keep the full effect of the healing that you took, and even though you feel like there's something trying to take over, you are able to fight it off no problem. And with that, as Marcus bites this thing and drains life from it, you see his form, not Marcus's, the dragon's, flicker back and forth from gnome to dragon, and he takes a big breath and then stops breathing.
That was lame. Really?
He had 9 hit points
Wait,
left.
what?
That was way too easy. My piddly little fucking bite.
Hold on, I've got I have a description. One second. So as TW collapses, his body starts to fracture into streams of light and static, with time itself seeming to unravel around the battlefield. The hourglass that once held Bonkin's daughter suddenly begins to float and stops overhead. So it's floating up above you guys right now. And that is that. I mean, Marcus, do you want to give a description if it would look different?
I don't even know what this thing is, so no,
No, not the hourglass, the dragon, like how Marcus bit him or anything.
It clearly was some kind of like illusion or something. I don't know what it. I'm just as confused as everybody here, I think. So no, I bit it.
We did a fuck ton of damage.
You guys
to
did a
him
fuck
this
ton of
week.
damage. I mean, there's nothing I could do. He had the right hit points for the damage that you did. So
Okay, that's that.
yeah, okay. All right. So Marcus ended his turn. Moving on to Bonkin.
Okay. So do I like see or hear TW go down? Because it's like to my.
I mean, you'd be
blind
able to
side,
see, like,
admittedly.
when you guys came in, he was doing that thing where he was flickering back and forth between versions when he was transforming into the dragon, and then you'd be able to see, like, his entire self kind of just starts to disappear, just unravels, and starts to swirl around into the vortex.
Okay, that is slightly concerning, but we'll deal with that when we get to that. So if he looks like he's down, Bonkin, who's barely standing as is, will he'll recall what his teacher and friend told him before they came in here. Just don't go back to your old self. And he'll kind of like, I guess, reach out to the Kenku, just like a hand, and say, look, TW, as far as I'm aware, is dead. I hate you, really, I do. But I didn't deserve a second chance, and even though I don't think you do either, let me help you. You don't have to do this. You're very strong, that's true. Stronger than me. But maybe we can help you. Because you see that the path isn't gonna work. Because it's just you right now against, well, all of us. And that guy, he's gonna point to Marcus, doesn't offer second chances.
Okay, give me a...
And I'm willing to make that be my action.
Yeah, give me a persuasion check.
I mean,
Wow. Alright, hold on.
I want you to know, I told Candace, I'm gonna try this. I didn't say what I was gonna say. But I'm gonna try this. And I have a DM inspiration that I'm saving for this, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to fail.
And then you rolled a nat 20. Okay,
DC is 20. Fuck you.
yeah, that would be so rude. So when you say that TW's dead, she turns and looks over and sees his form as it's dissipating, and then turns back to you, Bonkin, and she'll it's again, the voice doesn't, you don't actually know what her voice sounds like because she imitates everybody, so you can hear her say, they must not make it back. They must not make it back. Are you gonna do anything else on your turn?
We're probably gonna make it back anyway. I hate to break it to you. But I mean, that's my action. So I lose my rage too. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me because I can't exactly leave, and I'm out of key points, so I can't even like disengage or anything.
Okay. All right, Kira.
Okay. Hourglass, it has risen above me. Correct?
Yeah, so the hourglass has risen up above you guys. Yep.
Well, I'm gonna try and figure out what the fuck. In other words, spend my turn doing the arty thing.
Okay. You can give me an Arcana check.
Those were not super ideal. I'm going to use, hang on, I'm making sure I still have some. Yeah, I'm gonna use Flash of Genius, take it up to a 26.
Okay, so you look up at it and you can see that there's energy inside of it that is absolutely pulsing, and you suspect there is an imminent explosion or implosion that is about to happen.
Okay. Do you have any idea what the impact of that could be? Considering how much time stuff we've done?
Well, if it explodes, you suspect that it could cause a problem for the rickety platforms that you guys are on. If it implodes, it's possible that it could turn into like a black hole effect and start to suck everything into it. Either way, it doesn't seem like it's going to be good.
Okay. Was that my action to study it?
I would say yes, because I made Bunkin use a full action to try to persuade the Kenku.
Okay. And how high above me is it?
Oh, it went 20 feet up. Sorry, I did not say the height.
Okay. I have my bonus action, which I'm going to use for the cats. I just have to check one thing. Dumb question. How is, what's the calculation for carrying capacity again? Like how many pounds you can move with?
So it's determined by your strength score, calculated as 15 times your strength score for carrying capacity.
Okay. Then I have, as always, a very arty idea. Kira's going to command Syl to grab the, so environmental wise, she's going to hold out the bag of holding. I'm going to call to Syl. Syl does have enough strength to be able to hold the fairly heavy bag of holding, and Syl's going to move and try and use her action to, oh, she's 30 feet. Damn, I was thinking she was 40. This could be a problem. One moment. Nope, she's not going to have enough to be able to do that. How imminent is imminent? For said explosion or implosion?
It's hard for you to say because you haven't encountered the thing exploding like this before. I guess in your experience with explosions, it's usually fairly
haven't
quick.
checked-
Yeah.
I haven't checked out with a lot of magical items exploding on me.
Yeah. So
Perils of the job.
with your experience, I mean, it's gonna happen fairly quickly. It's not like you guys have 10 minutes.
Okay. Still think she's going to call to Syl. It's not going to be able to get far enough, but Syl's going to double move to get close. And she's going to just say, "Oh fuck, this might hurt." And I think that's about it.
Okay, in that case, moving on to the Kenku. So Bunkin, she's certainly gonna try to hit you. Despite your nat 20. It was quite good, but unfortunately not quite enough. So just
So the DC was a 20.
no, it was what I rolled for her that ended up screwing it up. So okay. So yeah, so she's gonna reach out and she's going to. Oh, she's just gonna punch at you. She will hit. And that will be for.
I'm gonna go ahead and burn my reaction for a size shield.
Okay.
Very low, only 6.
Okay. So that is going to. She will do 2 points instead of 8 points of necrotic damage to you, Bonkin.
You're welcome.
I'm still up.
You are welcome.
You should not still
That
be
is
up.
the best shield you've ever used. That's amazing.
It was pretty mid, to be honest, but yeah, for you, it definitely is useful. I'm guessing you have like a hit point or 2.
A singular, yes.
A singular, amazing.
And she tries to hit you the second time and misses you. I don't know how you managed that, but
Hesitating.
she misses you, and I think that was because of the potion Marcus gave you too, so he got you twice on this one. But she kind of like cocks her head to the side and looks at you, Bonkin, expecting you to have fallen. And this is kind of familiar from when you were fighting with her endlessly in that other plane. This happened right before you managed to defeat her. All right. Marcus, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Against anything in particular, like poison?
The energy that's... Oh,
It's a
shit.
30
Nat
anyway.
20, yes.
20. That's okay. That's kind of scary. That's 3 already today.
I'll
Okay.
take the 30.
Yeah, okay. So the energy from TW starts to swirl around you rather than going down into the vortex. But you managed to fight it off. It seems like it was trying to grab onto your essence as you removed his to try to maybe reform, but with a natural 20 and a 30 there, he's not able to
What do you-
successfully.
hold on.
Back up there. You said it's trying to reform
That's what it seemed like he was trying to do. Yeah, it's so.
from me?
Yeah, so it seemed like he was trying to, because of the way that you killed him, like stealing his essence, it seemed like he was trying to reform, like he was trying to kind of, the best way I could explain it would be he was trying to rewind time almost, but is not able to successfully do so because you save against him.
Okay.
And then, let's see. Kira, you would see the sands at the top of the hourglass starting to fall faster to the bottom. And Tempest, the pendant, are you wearing it around your neck?
Yeah.
So you would definitely see it starts to glow, and you can feel like you're drawn to it. Okay, back to the top with Tempest.
Okay. I guess feeling that pull, Tempest will just grab onto the pendant. And do I feel like a connection between the two, like between the hourglass and the pendant, or is it more like I'm being pulled toward the pendant, like physically, or the hourglass physically?
It's more like a connection, yeah.
All right, Tempest will, yeah, he'll grab onto the pendant and silently say just to the pendant, "No, please stop this," and he will sacrifice whatever it needs to be sacrificed to make this stop.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Just roll a d20.
I guess like his first memory or whatever.
Okay. Okay, so as you grab onto the pendant and you say, make this stop, a memory kind of suddenly appears in your mind, and it's you lying on soft grass near the farmhouse. You're watching clouds drift across the sky. You can smell wildflowers on the wind. You hear birds singing. You can feel the wind on your face. It's just a rare moment of peace, especially during that time for you. And as quickly as it's there, it's gone. And no matter how hard you try, you can't remember what you were just thinking about. With that, though, you do see the sands slow a little bit, Kira. And Tempest, that will be, we'll use that as your action.
Which memory was that one? Was that? I think you gave like a few of them.
So that one was, I made some extras in there as well because the way I have to do this. So that one was, it's one of the pleasanter ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
And Tempest, you're the only one who would have seen that. But what I will say is that you guys, let's see. You would also see a pink flash in the pendant as that memory fades.
So yeah, Tempest, I guess, shakes off that feeling for a moment, and then he'll float onto the pedestal here next to Marcus.
Okay. All right. Okay, moving on to Marcus.
All right. So Marcus is going to stand up, and he's going to turn. The flails are still inactive at this point. And Marcus begins to bound. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to go ahead and use the attack action.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to grapple.
Okay.
On the Kenku, I will be choosing athletics, obviously. It's only actually, hang on. Nope. Oh, you know what? Hang on. That's a 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Nice. Okay, yeah, so she actually fails. I got an 18.
Okay. So is she considered small size or is she a medium creature?
She's medium.
Medium? Okay. I mean, it's fine. I'm large.
Mhm.
There we go. So Marcus, seeing her punch the shit out of Bonk and the shield will fade, Marcus bounds across, grabs her, picks her up in a bear hug. So that was my first attack. Bear with me one moment.
Mm-hmm.
So then, for my bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and burn my free psi-powered leap, which is
Okay.
going to double my movement speed. So that gives me an additional 35 feet of movement as flying, and I leap over the edge and shoot straight down into the vortex. And I end my turn.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's probably hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of meters,
Yeah.
not a mile away, but Marcus is rocketing with this bitch.
All right. So you guys would see big old Marcus grabs the Kenku and leaps over the side and just like propelling downward. Bonkin.
By the way,
I'm
Blur
gonna
is
be
still
honest.
active.
Got it. Thank you.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how to react to that. I also had the idea of like, fight. Okay, if we were still fighting, I was gonna throw her off too. But I wasn't planning on Marcus coming by and diving off. And he's with that outside of my reach. I'm assuming.
Yeah, he is.
I think I just kind of step like closer, look over, and go, Mr. Marcus, what are you doing? Kind of shout over. And I guess that'll be it for me.
Okay.
If there's, I don't know, I guess I'll rate an action for if there's something I can do to get Marcus back up, they'll do it. But I don't have teleportation or flying or
Yeah.
key points.
Yeah. You can't think of anything in particular that you can do right now?
I know, if he needs someone to reach down and catch him for some reason, I'll be ready to do that. That'll be I'll hold my
Perfect.
action.
Okay, you're holding your action to if Marcus says, Bonkin, give me your hand. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
so then moving on to Kira.
I think there's a like strangled like half scream that she barely like she tries to bite back, fails miserably. And it takes everything in her to focus on what she has to do. I'm going to give the bag of holding to Syl, who's going to fly up and use the action to try and put the hourglass into the bag of holding.
Okay. Yeah, I mean she's able to do that. What else is in there right now?
Well, it did have enough space for Min,
Mhm.
which is helpful. I'm fully expecting to lose everything I've got in there. This is my ultimate sacrifice. I have 74 out of 500 pounds
Okay.
filled.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Syl flies up and covers the hourglass with the bag of holding, and the bag of holding just swallows it up. Anything else?
So if it was 20 feet, Syl would have needed to go, let's see if she's at my height. I'm 5. That'd be 15 up, 15 down. I can't believe I'm about to say this. I'm going to take the bag of holding back, and I am going to hold my action to yeet that thing into the void if it seems like it's going to go badly. If it seems like there's any problems with the bag of holding, I'm going to do that.
Okay. All right. The Kenku's gonna try. She's not a hugger, so she's gonna try to break out of your squeeze, Marcus.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? It's not +1 because that wasn't technically an attack. The first one was the attack, so it's a 25.
25. Okay, yeah, you succeed. So you can feel her like wriggling, trying to squirm out, and she's unable to being the size that she is and you being the size you are, she's unable to successfully do so. That's it for her turn. Back to the top with Tempest. Tempest, you would have seen Syl bags the hourglass. Actually, I guess I could remove.
Does that mean I do not feel a connection anymore?
You can still feel the connection, but you don't feel like a pull like you were before, but the pendant is definitely still glowing.
Okay. Yeah, he'll focus. If there's that connection still, he'll focus on the pendant, and his thought is to try to reverse the sands of time in the hourglass. Even if that means like buying more time.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So the first one you sent me is going to be the one that will go this time.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, so you start to think about that argument, the screaming match. The screaming is echoing in your brain, and the echo seems to get more and more distant, and suddenly you can't remember what you were thinking about. As you are putting these memories into the pendant starts to shine brighter. The pull is lessening toward the hourglass, so it feels even less than it did when the hourglass went into the bag of holding. And you're starting to feel actually connected to the pendant right now. Like before you were wearing it and you knew what it could do, but now you truly understand it.
Does it feel like there was an effect with the hourglass? Did it seem like, could I feel anything there at all with it?
Between the two, or just the hourglass in general? Oh, like, are you connected to the hourglass?
Well, I'm just concerned about obviously Bonkin's daughter inside the hourglass and all.
Well, she got placed into a extra dimensional plane by Kira.
Oh, she's not actually in the hourglass.
Yeah, she wasn't in the hourglass anymore. The hourglass is empty except for the sand, but I don't know if you actually saw that happen.
I didn't actually see that happen.
Mm-hmm.
It was way over there, and
yeah, it was, and you were kind of in the middle of things. Okay, yeah. So I mean,
I might have also been banished at that point too, actually.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
It turned into a cloud for the first time ever, which makes it even weirder to keep track of.
It does.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, you're worried about Bonkin's daughter, who last you knew was in the bottom of the hourglass. You feel like time is slowing down a little bit as far as the hourglass is concerned. Like it's slowing. The sands are not falling as quickly. And if you want to do anything else on your turn, you can, because this time it pulled the memory from you as opposed to you sacrificing it.
Okay. I did see Marcus leap off the side.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, putting all my effort into not making things explode. I can't really do much more. Hopefully, he's got a plan. And yeah, I'm all done.
Did you say you were done?
Yes, sorry. Yes,
Okay. No, that's okay. I wanted to make sure before I moved. Okay, Marcus.
Okay, so as this thing tries to wriggle out of Marcus's arms, Marcus is going to just Marcus is just gonna kind of crack the network open ever so slightly, and through telepathy, Marcus is just gonna press his lips up against this thing's ruffled neck feathers and go, "Are you fucking crazy? If I let go, you get sucked into that thing below." And then I bend its head towards this giant swirling vortex, and I use my attack action. I'm gonna bite it 3 times.
Okay.
Daddy's thirsty. So 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, excellent. As I hit with it, I'm also gonna burn a psi strike point, and I'm gonna fucking blow the arteries out in its throat.
Okay.
All right, so I take a bite and literally just let the force of the telekinetic strike, just blow chunks of its neck out. So it's going to be, is it resistant to necrotic as a way of the Long Death Monk?
It is, yep.
Okay, so it's only going to take 4 necrotic. Is it resistant to piercing, normal?
No.
No? Okay, so it's 4, so that's 9, 10, so 16 points of damage.
Okay.
I only heal for 4 on that one. Alright. Second attack. Give me a sec. This is for the bless. So 21.
Yep, that hits.
22, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it is resistant to the... Okay, so it's going to take 7 points in a crest, so 17 points of damage. Oh, actually, hang on, I'm big.
Yes, you are.
I gotta roll that d4, so that's going to be 17, 18 points.
Okay.
Okay, I heal for 7.
You can feel like her fight against your arms is weakening severely as you are biting her.
Yeah, I'm going to fucking bite her one more time.
Okay.
Give me a sec. That's a dirty 20. I don't know what her AC is.
That does hit.
Plus. Okay,
Yep.
so 22. Okay, here's the bite. Plus the big. Alright, so she's going to take 16 points. And I heal for another 3.
Okay. And she does... like I said, her fight has lessened severely, and her body is starting to go limp in your arms.
Okay. I am going to allow myself to keep falling. Do we just... what's the speed of our fall here? I don't know what is fucking...
So it's actually... It feels like more of a slow fall than you would have anticipated. I know you said that initially you were like...
Just like a run speed? Well, it's because I propelled myself
Right.
telekinetically.
Right.
So
So...
is it more like a run
Yeah,
speed
it's more like a
or
running
normal?
speed. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll just assume that I'm going down as far as I can move.
Okay.
Am I right in assuming
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, then I will fall the 30 feet. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action and burn another psi point for telekinetic leap, and I propel myself an additional 30 feet down. So
Okay.
I am now 95 feet.
Okay.
And I end my turn.
Okay. Bonkin.
If I had to guess, if I had to do like 19 intelligence math really quick, like, does it seem like this massive vortex in the center of whatever the fuck we're in right now is something real and will be reached eventually, or no? Is it just more of like a backdrop?
No, it's not more of a backdrop. Like it's real and it can be
Is it
reached.
Is it close, or is it like I'm gonna have to fall for fucking 6 months before I get there?
No, it wouldn't be that long. It's let me see if I can do the math on it. Hold on one second, because I
If
didn't.
I had to have a rough estimate, I mean, we're talking minutes, hours, days.
Yeah, it would be minutes, not hours, day. I mean, it's fairly close. I didn't anticipate anyone actually jumping into it, so I didn't do the math on that. But yeah, it would be minutes, not days.
Okay, got it.
All right, Bonkin.
I have to be honest, I have no idea. Miss Kira, Mr. Tempest, do you need help with anything? I don't know what to do now. You said my daughter is okay. I'm so confused right now. And I guess he'll just stay there and ready in action for if someone requests help, he'll help out.
Okay. Kira.
Oh, actually, this is when my haste runs out.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're gonna be stunned for a round. Okie dokie. Kira?
Assuming, so first question, bag of holding, any signs from it or anything?
Yeah, so you would, let's see. You have it in your hand. So yeah, you would feel and hear it humming. Like the energy inside of it is growing. Then that's, yeah.
Like in the it's still going to explode, but now in an extra planar way, kind
Yeah.
of? Okay. I think I had a held action for that then, which was if this thing was still humming and I thought it was through the bag of holding, etc., I was eating this thing. Which is going to make me incredibly sad, but
Okay.
Oh, God.
So you toss it. It goes like, I don't know, not even 5 feet out, and just kind of
oh, that's extra annoying. How
hangs
dare you?
kind of hangs out in the air next to you. So we can call that your
would have been-
environmental.
Well, that would have been my held action from
Oh,
before.
true. Yeah.
Okay. So it's still within arm's reach, realistically?
Yeah, it didn't really go anywhere because the air is like, not moving here.
Oh. How rude. Okay. In that case, for my actual turn, she's going to glance back briefly, assume that Bonkin's sudden stun is blood loss, kind of curse. So environmental is going to be grabbing the bag of holding again. I swear I went for a run. She thinks to herself. Action-wise, I am going to hold a cantrip until Syl reaches Bonkin. My bonus action is getting Syl over to Bonkin, which will be a move and a double move. She's going to use her reaction for channel magic. I'm casting Close Wounds on Bonkin.
I will heal in a sec.
Because
Can I heal if I'm...
Yeah, it's... Can you not? It's... Stunned is just you can't take actions or reactions. It's not either. And Close Wounds is you have to be above 1, which you... Or above 0, which you are.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any like active component to close wounds on the one receiving the healing.
Hold on 1 second, because Kevin made a good point. So the thing didn't start to buzz until your turn, Kira, so you wouldn't have been able to use
okay.
your held action. Yeah, so clarification on it. Thank you, Kevin.
Well, then it wouldn't have been thrown anyway at that
True.
point.
I mean, but it's still buzzing and humming in your hand right now. At
Yep.
that point.
Unfortunately, I'm trying to keep Bonkin alive at that point.
That's
so, I guess disregard the throwing part of that then. If my held action wouldn't have gone off, I would have used my action to heal Bonkin. And that just would have been a loss of my action from last time then. Yep. If it started buzzing, mechanically speaking, it did not happen during that time. I lose that held action.
Right, but
My turn comes around, it starts to buzz. Bonkin had spoken up during that time. I make the decision to heal him and not throw it.
I know. But I had already told you the outcome, so that's kind of the issue. Like when you guys, like when you have skills that allow you to decide if you're going to do something before you know the outcome, me giving
Well,
the outcome might have changed
Even
it.
if it's a dropping it off the thing, which is an environmental, because I'm right at the edge, it would have the same effect there. I just might not be able to pick it up.
Okay.
Well, you
You didn't drop it off the edge though.
You were gonna
You're
toss it,
actually
right?
Throw it. So the issue here is a little bit of metagaming, because you already know the action will prove fruitless. So you're changing what your character would have done if it wouldn't have procced beforehand.
So
I was kind of going off of Bonkin speaking.
yeah,
there.
why don't we?
I mean, I mostly was just trying to get him back up from 1 percentile for it, kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm going
Or
to
is
say you don't have a reaction for this round then, and that's how we'll even that out. Because you would have used your reaction from the last round to your held action, so we'll just
Okay.
pull it into this round. Because I shouldn't have told you the outcome without thinking about the order of operations there. All right.
Super fair.
Okay, so Bonkin. Okay. So you heal Bonkin, and is there anything else you were going to do?
No, that was every ounce of things that I had.
Okay, got it.
Bonus action, etc.
All right, Kenku's gonna try to break out again, and as she's doing that, it's almost like she was malfunctioning. Like she's just saying all sorts of things that don't make sense to you at this point, Marcus. But it's clearly stuff that TW had said, and it's like they can't make it back. We have to do everything to make sure they don't make it back. And then she says stuff like, "Get the girl, get the girl." So it's like she's just like freaking out.
She's saying this through the network though, or is she just sputtering it out loud?
She's sputtering it out loud, like she's panicking right now.
28.
Oh, there's no way she's gonna be. Yeah, no, nope. So she's like trying to squiggle. Like I said, she's getting pretty weak as it is, and then you'll hear her copy you and say, "Are you crazy? Are you crazy?"
We're going on a trip in your favorite rocket ship. Hold on tight, bitch.
Like the Marcus Express.
Yeah, the Marcus Express. Back to the top, Tempest.
Okay, so did it look? I'm sorry, there was a lot of back and forth. Does it look like Kira's about to throw the bag over the side? Basically, is that kind of what we landed on?
Yeah, because she didn't actually throw it yet, so it looks like she's about to.
Okay. Tempest is like, "What are you doing? Isn't she in there?" 30. And so the pendant on the time pendant, like what am I feeling? Like is it because like we're running out of time? Is that why it's glowing?
Yeah.
And that's why it's
Yep, it
pausing?
definitely feels like it's because you guys are running out of time.
Okay. Realizing that, Tempest will speak up. Oh, actually, I guess I already did my verbal by screaming at Kira why she's about to yeet the little girl off the side, not knowing that she is okay. It doesn't matter. Tempest doesn't know. Tempest doesn't know. Yeah, right. Tempest doesn't know that she's safe, so he's very confused by that whole situation. But yeah, he will. Yeah. Fuck. Does it feel like I need to put more energy into the pendant now?
I'm sorry, what was your question?
And my question is, does it feel like I still need to put more energy, like, into the pendant?
Yes, it feels so. Again, you can feel that the power is ramping up, and this time it feels like it's asking you to choose, as opposed to taking one by chance and then taking one it wanted. It's asking you to choose.
Let's just go down the line. Let's just go with number 2.
All right. Okay. Got that. So as you see her face, it starts to fade almost into water, like, into deeper water. Gets more and more distant. The sound of the music that you used to play next to her starts to fade and echo in the distance. And that one also, you can't recall it. No matter how hard you try to remember what you were just remembering, it's gone. And with that, you can start to feel a slight humming from the pendant as well. The energy is filling and it feels like it's almost full.
Oh, not like it's going to explode also? Just
No,
it's
yeah.
reaching capacity? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, using humming on both of those might have been a bad idea.
Right.
All right.
Uh,
Anything else?
Yeah, I guess focusing on that memory, Tempest kind of like falls to his knees and like, we gotta go, guys.
All right.
That's it.
Marcus.
All right. How fucked up does this thing seem?
She's barely able to move in your grasp. Like
Barely, like if I just keep draining.
if you
the
bite her
same-
one more time, that's probably gonna be it. Yeah.
Okay. Then Marcus, as he's falling over the edge, I'm not sure if anybody's actually watching, and I'm assuming Bonkin's stunned still, isn't he? Yeah.
Eyes are downwards. It's fine.
Okay. So Marcus suddenly stops as he's in essentially a nosedive. He stops and kind of like spins his body around. I'm gonna burn another psi point for telekinetic leap.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my action to dash. That gives me 120 feet of movement. And I rocket in the exact opposite direction, straight back up with this thing essentially hanging limp in my arms. So it brings me 95 up, so that means I can land back on the platform. I'm going to continue to grapple this thing, but as I land, I'm going to, holding her with both of my massive mitts, thrust her at Bonkin, and Bonkin, the good thing about being stunned is you can still hear me. You would hear Marcus shout at you, "Execute her now!" And I end my turn.
Okay.
I told you this wasn't my kill. I just wasn't gonna let her kill
So-
you first.
So, I read the description of the haste spell, and last round was like the end of last round was my last turn. So I'm stunned until the end of this round.
To the end of this one? Okay.
Until the end of my turn this round.
Got it. So she
This bitch ain't going anywhere.
yeah, Marcus tosses her and she lands
No, I don't. I am fuck.
holding her out?
He's stunned. I am grappling this bitch. That is
Gotcha.
all my strength.
Gotcha. I was thinking that you were like okay, understood.
Hell no.
All right, yeah. So she is in his arms. You still hear him. Not a problem. You know exactly what Marcus just instructed you to do. Kira.
Okay. I guess I'm going to need a DM call.
Uh-huh.
So the way rope trick works, when you cast it, you're creating essentially an invisible entrance to an extraplanar space.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in it that talks about like if the place where you cast it moves. So is the pocket dimension essentially spatially independent of the like material world, or does it move with the object? Because I'd been picturing it as having stayed where it was,
Right.
like being essentially.
Yeah. Let me read the thing.
There.
Hold on one second.
Yep.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so it would have stayed in the space. Let me just draw a line.
I drew an X, but I don't know if it's visible.
No, that's fine. I can see it. That's perfect. Okay, so there is Tempest. As you get closer, you would see that there's a piece of rope right where this X is that is just kind of it's just perpendicular, just straight up and down in the air. And that should answer your question.
Forming into the floor and just like disappearing like 6 feet into the air, kind of.
Not even 6 feet. It's like a tiny little section of rope just floating. Very, very small.
Oh.
Kind of a weird thing. And for my Kira's going to kind of pause. Go, what? No, she's safe. Kind of gesturing back towards the sliver of rope. But this thing's going to explode. So now she would try the yeeting, which is not going to work. Which is very embarrassing.
So you're gonna try to throw the bag of holding?
Yeah, because she didn't try before. So
Got it. Yep. So you try to throw it. It kind of pops out and sort of just hangs in the air next to you. And the humming
So,
gets
like,
louder.
Is it like throwing it into Jello or something?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
just kind
it's
of-
really reminiscent of like throwing something into Jello or like in the D&D movie with the gelatinous cubes. Very similar to that, except minus the owies.
for the last word of her verbal act, she's gonna be, huh.
Okay.
She was not expecting any of that. The girls are just taking the dodge action.
All right. The Kenku is gonna try one more time. I suspect one more time to get out of your grip. Yeah,
20.
she got an 18. She's just wiggling. She's just wiggling. It's not doing any good. She's like a fucking worm on a hook right now.
She's lucky I didn't just fucking let her go. I'm very honorable. I told Bonkin before we came in here that this was his fucking kill.
Yes, you did.
I just was not gonna let her punch him to death before that happened.
And if she could have, she would have. So
She was this fucking
I know.
close to doing it, which is why I burned my reaction that turn.
thank goodness you did, because that would have been very different. Okay, back to the top with Tempest.
Okay, if the amulet is still demanding more, Tempest kind of like slumps down kind of onto his butt, and he'll kind of hold it up to his mouth and just whisper gust into it.
Okay. If you don't have a DM inspiration, take one. And oh boy, Tempest. So one syllable and a ton of memories, a lifetime of memories, flash past you. A little baby boy Air Genasi with two very happy parents. Everything that transpires as he grows, where mom gets sick, dad's no longer happy. It's all your fault. And then all of a sudden, Tempest and Gale and the Oathbearers. You can't recall a single memory from that time.
Right. And I know this probably isn't exhausting for him, but it feels like it should be.
Yeah,
So
no.
he's kind of like slumping like more and more as this is happening. But like kind of more weakly, it's like, okay, I don't know how much more I can do this, guys.
And the pendant is, I mean, it's very visible to everybody at this point. It is shining extremely brightly. Tempest does look almost drained as he's standing there. And Kira, the hourglass inside the bag of holding is. Did you grab it again, or is it still floating?
It's still floating. I wouldn't have had time.
Perfect.
Time.
Okay, great. So you would hear a weird popping sound from inside the bag of holding.
Oh no, my things.
At first it sounds it sounds just like a little pop, and then it's almost like popcorn, and there starts to be a bit of a swirling motion where the bag of holding was. Now
Oh, God damn it.
it looks like there is more of a black hole.
Oh,
As in the you put a bag of holding inside another bag of holding kind of black hole thing?
Yep.
Oh. Oh no.
that was.
All right, Marcus.
Okay, so Marcus turns around hearing this fucking extra-dimensional existential horror sound. For my environmental action, I'm just going to fucking throw this bitch onto the bridge and let her bounce and just go, execute her now! And then I'm going to turn and run.
Okay.
Where the fuck is this thing at, by the way? Can I get a, it's all the way out there?
Yep.
Okay. And what is it exactly?
So it sounds, initially it sounded
No, no,
like,
no,
I don't care what it sounds like. What is it? What physically is it?
it looks like, almost like a black portal at this point. But it's, you can hear like a
There's no
suctioning
physical
sound.
To it whatsoever. It's just the whole thing in that brief fraction of a moment in between turns. It just.
No, it's still, it looks like the bag of holding opening up into a portal. That's the best way I could explain it.
Okay.
A swirl,
Okay,
like a...
Let me do some math really quick.
Yep.
Bear with me for just 1 second, because if I do this wrong, I'm gonna feel like a dickhead. Sorry, I know this is very specific questioning, but you know, I mean...
No, it's okay.
I've always got a plan, it's not maybe the right plan.
It's alright. There's a lot of weird shit happening.
Alright. Here we go. So it's gonna be... Yeah, I guess it'd be easier if I just drew the fucking... So it's 50 feet. Okay. I did not mute. I'm doing math. Alright. Okay. I'm going to burn my last side point.
Okay.
And I'm going to use Psi Leap,
Okay.
which doubles my movement as flying speed. So it's 50 feet to this fucking bag that is warping into a popcorn dimension or something. I'm going to grab whatever is physically left
Okay.
of the bag of holding as it's spinning. And for my action, I'm going to activate the Cape of the Mount Bank, and I'm going to Dimension Door 500 feet straight down.
Okay.
I'm trying to pull the whole fucking vortex the fuck out of here.
Got it. Okay. Yep. So you're successfully able to do that. You grab onto the bag of holding. It feels kind of crazy because it's sitting still, but it feels like it's just moving all over the place at the
Does
same
it
time.
feel
I feel like it's sucking things.
Yeah,
in.
it feels like
Yeah,
that's,
that's
yep,
what I
the
was
energy.
afraid
Yep.
of.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, I shoot straight 500 feet straight down, trying to save us from all being eaten by another dimension.
Okay.
And unfortunately, as I have used, actually, I have 5 more feet. I'll fly 5 feet straight up.
Okay. 5 feet straight up. Got it.
So I'm 495 feet from the platform. I end my turn.
Okay. Bonkin.
Alright, so I'm assuming she's on the bridge and not floating in the air.
Yeah.
As he comes out of the stun, I would like to bonus action rage.
Okay.
And then go, sorry, I did try and give you a shot, but honestly, I really want to do this, and I'm gonna punch her.
Okay. Yeah, 30 will hit.
Uh, 15 points of damage.
Okay, Bonkin, how does this look?
I think the best place to do this is he's gonna like turn and he's gonna punch her like in the face as he normally does, and he's probably gonna send her spawning to where TW was, in like the center of this platform.
Okay.
Has her like jaws broken, probably stuff like that, and he's just gonna leave her there to die. She's dead, so
Yeah, you done did it, Bonk. Good
not
job.
to die, dead.
Okay. Anything else?
I think he'll go over to here, but he'll go over to Tempest and be like, "Do you need help?" Not over there. I don't want to be over there. That's their problem. Do you need help, Mr. Tempest? You look, well, worse than I do. And that'll be like my turn.
All right. Kira.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, there's a black cloud of smoke where Marcus was.
Yep.
That lasts until my turn, so.
Thankfully, I know that one. Okay, so Marcus is 495 feet down. Okay.
I would say you probably don't know the exact distance in case that matters, just because of how weird this is. Because Marcus was having a hard time figuring out how far
Oh,
the
yeah,
vortex
no,
was to.
that's... Can he be seen at all?
Yeah, in the distance. I mean, you can see.
Okay.
You know, but he's distant.
Distant down.
Distant down.
I went
Yes.
straight
Yep.
below the platform.
And we are not mind linked at the moment. I don't think I have anything I can do that can communicate with him well enough. I wasn't expecting that, so my plan that I had in mind is no longer. I'm sorry. I'm scrolling through things and looking. Let me check one spell and then I will tell you what I'm doing. How long does he have before this thing fully portals out?
In your humble experience in a situation like this, I mean, it's usually 18 seconds.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
That should honestly still be okay if you can get far enough away from it. He moved 5 feet up.
Yeah.
He is flying then? He still has his... He's not falling at the
Correct. He
moment.
does not appear to be falling.
Oh, I hate all of this so much. I'm going to use my action / bonus action to close wounds on Bonkin. Again, not even looking, just panicking, doing the calculations, peering over the edge, and just like kind of behind her back, just heals Bonkin.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep my eyes fixed on him.
You're keeping your eyes fixed on Marcus?
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
All right. Got
Need
it.
to know if his movement changes at all. And more specifically, as he's moving, I am going to be trying to gauge distance to him and how long it would take him to get within potentially spell range of me. The spell I'm looking at is 150 feet.
Okay, that's what I need to know. Perfect. Okay, got it. All right. Bonkin killed her, so she's not getting a turn. However, sorry, Lucy just disappeared on my screen for a second. What I will say is that, Bonkin, as you kick her over to where TW's energy had been, her body just kind of lands lifelessly. It doesn't do any weird time shit like TW's did, just for the record. All right, back to the top.
Very much afraid you're gonna say like she fucking reanimates and then says fuck you.
Surprise! You thought it was gonna be over today, haha.
The corpse crawls into the dragon. Now you've got a Draco Lich time dragon to fight.
Tempest, give me an Arcana check, please.
Okay.
Nicely done. Okay, so you got all of the power into this pendant that you possibly could. You put your hand on the pendant and you start thinking timelines. And as you're thinking about them, there are a ton that feel super unstable, but there's one that you can sense that does feel more stable than the rest.
Stable as in like our home timeline?
Like the other ones are kind of, wibbly wobbly, whatever you want to say. But this one feels stable and like, a straight line as opposed to all the curves and craziness that the other ones have.
Okay. I imagine Tempest is almost at this point kind of like a delirious state. So I imagine he would just kind of reach out, like physically, like Bonkin sees him, like just kind of reach out and try to grasp that line.
Yeah, and he's not grabbing anything, Bonkin. You just see him grabbing at the air in front of him. But there's something weird about his eyes.
He would be muttering something like, no, that doesn't feel right. This one doesn't feel right. But this one is stable. This one feels right.
All right. Did you want to do anything else? That was me making you do a DC check, so.
No, I guess so reaching out to that line, I mean, like, does it feel like now we might have a line back to our normal timeline? Like if we need to, I can like trigger that somehow and bring us back?
Yeah, it feels like this is definitely the way to do that. When you're ready, this is going to be the thing you want to grab onto to try to get everybody back.
So by normal timeline, are we talking 900 years ago, or are we talking the future?
That's a good question.
Or does he not know?
He
just feels right.
It just feels right. Yeah, you're not sure which way it's going to go, but it feels like it's the right one. And Tempest, this is the closest to crazy you've ever felt. Like, legitimately, this is the closest to crazy you've ever felt.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense. This is pretty fucking crazy. No, like, I imagine just Tempest is super out of it to anybody around him, so now that's really all I can really do.
Okay.
Just hold on to that line, and hopefully Marcus comes back.
All right. Speaking of Marcus,
I don't think there's anything I could do spell-wise for that anyway.
Okay.
Okay. So, Marcus, as I have been going diligently through my character sheet here, is in a slight moment of panic. There is a burst of pink energy around the figure of Marcus, about 500 feet below the platform. Candace, I am going to convert my last first level spell to sorcery points. Unfortunately, my psi conversion also requires that I use a bonus action, and I do not have two of those a turn. I also cannot move in this space and time, I believe, without a flying speed. Is that correct? I can fall, but I cannot move in the direction of my choice, correct?
Okay, hold on. I'm thinking, so hold on 1 second.
Because because if that's not the case, then if we would have jumped off these platforms at any point in time, it wouldn't have mattered, because we could have just swam in whatever fucking direction we
Right.
wanted, right?
Yes.
So I've lost my gusto, which means I actually drop.
Yes, but slowly.
Okay.
That's the part I was trying to figure out.
So I went up 5 feet, but I have now dropped 30, because that's my movement speed. So I am now 25 feet below this vortex. I end my turn. That's all I can do.
Okay.
I'm out.
Is the bag also falling, or is he putting distance between himself and the bag?
Shit.
They probably
I
be
fell
falling at
into
the same
fucking
time.
bag, didn't it? Didn't I? You said that it was already turning into a fucking black.
It was
so
5
I
feet
would've
below
fallen
you.
Straight back into it.
You would have. Hold on a second.
If it's going to hurt me, let me know. If it's going to deal damage to me, I need to know. Because that I can do something about.
Welcome to a orbit destruction.
So it is, yeah, it's like it's a miniature vortex of energy. And it's only 5 feet, but yes, you would have probably fallen directly into it, or it would have pulled you as you fell
that
past
was
it.
only
5 feet above it.
Yeah.
I dropped it like a dumbass. I should have saved fucking sorcery points. Side points.
Yeah, so as you start to go through it, you definitely recognize it's temporal energy for sure. So that you feel the air around you ripping and twisting, and
Does it hurt?
well, yeah, it will hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna use my reaction and pop my temporal shield to vanish from time and fucking space so that I don't take the damage. I've been saving that bitch for a long time. I also only had 2 rounds left on that shield, so...
Okay, give me...
Oh, shit.
Oh shit, I used a time thing in a time thing.
Yeah, that's-
Oh, that was stupid as shit.
That's why, hold on, I
Make
have
the black
to...
hole bigger.
It might save you.
Could be exactly the
Maybe-
right thing.
Maybe it'll nullify it. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was hoping. I was like, no. Boom, boom. Oh god.
Alright,
Why is it so
roll,
So much bigger.
roll a
Sorry.
d20 for me, please.
Is there any modifiers to this? Is this just some sporadic d20?
We can...
I'm
I'm
missing.
asking honestly.
Yeah, so we're gonna
okay.
roll a d20 and I want you to add your, oh my god, my brain just stopped working.
Proficiency.
Yeah,
modifier?
proficiency, thank you. Could not for the life of me think of the word.
Alright, so it's gonna be this d20 plus 5.
Okay, perfect.
So 14. If I failed, can I use... well, no, it wasn't a saving throw. I was gonna say if I failed, can I use Indomitable, but it's not a saving throw.
So, a 14. Okay, so,
Oh, you've got a fucking chart.
I have a chart.
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
It's like some wild magic chart shit. You turn into green jello. Surprise, it was green jello the whole round.
You turn into a potted plant.
Oh, Lord, that would be so rude. No, that's not on the chart,
That's
thankfully.
Someone's better water me for eternity.
So actually with a
A snail.
14, oh, that'd be super rude. With a 14, Marcus, you fall in, you start to fall into this vortex and then it sucks you in. You activate the shield at clearly just the right time because when you fall through it, it seems as though it sort of rewound you in time and you find yourself 300 feet above where the portal was. So it like
Okay,
kind
hold
of
on, let me do the
reversed
math.
time.
So I'm 195 feet above the portal because I dropped 500. You said it was 300 feet? Tell me.
It spits you 300 feet above the portal. That's where you...
Okay,
Okay, so 300 feet above the portal, though, is 150 feet below the platform.
Correct.
Okay.
And that worked out perfectly, I just realized, because of Kat's thing. She said it was 150 feet. That was all Marcus. That was the chart.
Wasn't me, it was the shield.
That was the dice. Good job,
It
shield.
was all Pencer.
It was offensive.
listen,
Listen, I don't believe in the
Great.
gods for another 400 years.
Settle
Settle down, lady.
Oh,
Maybe
man.
this will make 398.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, so Kira,
Alright, so anyways, my turn's over.
Kira, you're watching all of this down. You see Marcus start to fall. The vortex swallows him, and then all of a sudden, Marcus is 150 feet from you.
yeah,
I
like
like
the-
to imagine there's just like a big flash of light,
Uh-huh.
like the portal burps, And Marcus just like comes out of the energy of the temporal shield.
Yep.
Ah, and he's still falling.
So he is 150 feet from you. Did you have a held action, or you were just asking to know when he was that distance?
I healed Bonkin last time, so I do not.
Oh,
have
right,
my
right.
action.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Bonkin, it's your turn.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought Marcus would be up here by now. I will. Well, I did also look up black holes and send Candace apart, hoping it'll help.
Okay, I have a Marcus style plan now, so.
Oh fuck! Can we just get out of this place?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Anyway, he'd walk over 5. Actually, no. Tempest isn't doing well. He'll look at Tempest, really confused at what he's saying, but knows Tempest is magical and that he does not understand magic in the slightest. So he'll he'll just kind of put a hand on his shoulder, and a giant hand. And he'll be like, "Do you need me to help you with something, Mr. Tempest? Do you want me to pull on the air with you? Miss Kira, is Mr. Marcus good?"
Is that
He's
it?
just confused, and that'll be my turn. I
Okay.
will hold an action.
Okay. Kira.
Kira doesn't hesitate, doesn't respond to Bonkin at all. She pulls at the shadows in a way she never has before. I'm burning a 4th level spell slot to stretch Vortex Warp as far as I can. I would like Marcus back next to me, please.
I have to check one thing. Okay. Yeah, I just had to make sure that it didn't name a size of creature, because Marcus is large, but it just says a creature, so.
Yep.
All right.
That is such a powerful ability. The fact that you can grab a Tarask and fucking yeet it, as opposed to
save.
it's a
So.
well, yeah, it's still a save, but Dimension Door, like, and teleport, it's just size limitations. Fuck off.
Yep. It's the con save, the fact I can't do it to myself at all, and it has to go to a place that can support the target without the target having to squeeze.
That's true.
One of my favorites. Yes, I would like to. Please bring me back my boyfriend, please.
Yeah, so the shadow, Marcus, you are kind of bouncing all over the place. It's very reminiscent to when you were rubber banding in the corporate offices. You start to fall into the vortex, you use the shield, and suddenly you're way higher up than you were before, and then you're surrounded by shadows, and then you're standing next to Kira on the platform again, looking down at where you had just started falling, and you can see the newly created portal way down below.
Growing larger, I assume.
Slightly, yes. It's not growing like tremendously quickly, but yeah.
Yeah, but I think we only have like 2 turns to get the fuck out of here. So
Yeah.
I don't know that, but I know that.
Kira would know that that's not a threat that far down, correct?
Well, a new vortex created from arcane magic that should never connect is kind of unpredictable.
Okay. At least the normal bag of holding within a bag of holding within a bag of holding thing.
That is amazing.
I'm so sorry that
It's-
she doesn't let go of her push to talk. It's good enough
The
sometimes.
sad thing is I didn't put it on the stream. I wasn't holding the stream as push to talk. So it was just the people here who heard, time to go, bitch!
I thought there was gonna be chocolate.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Osmanar.
Kira
Thank
is
you.
I'm going to use my environmental. I don't fucking know what this would be. Movement, doesn't matter. To throw my arms around Marcus, give him just a super quick like hug with a surprising amount of strength, and then fuck, thank you, don't do that again. Tempest needs your help. And my Min is going to go over. It would in fact be a 19 strength hug. Min is going to hear that and know she doesn't know what the solution is, but she knows she has to gather up. So Min's going to go near the rest of the party.
Okay.
And mathematically speaking, I'm going to move when Marcus does. So, like, holding my movement doesn't matter. We're going over there together. I'm not leaving him.
Okay.
Also, I'm going to delete my bag of holding now.
Yep.
And all of my things that are in it, and I
Yep.
am so sad. Those
Yep.
bullet plates were so useful.
Bye-bye. All
All
right.
plans gone.
No, she uses the bank.
Oh, yeah, no. I use digital currency. Are you kidding? I don't trust metal. I know how easy that is to fabricate.
All right. Back to the top, Tempest. You've got Bonkin's giant paw on your shoulder. You found the right timeline. Marcus just appeared. There's a rope standing right here on its own somehow, and Kira is clinging to Marcus like a baby monkey.
Fortunately, Tempest doesn't see any of that. I imagine he's just wading through like timelines right now. Like, I mean, he's holding on to one, but as he's kind of like browsing through others a little bit. He's kind of like, oh, this is the one where we all died in the subway. Oh, this one. Oh, I don't like that one. This one. Oh, so many possibilities. There's so many different ways this could have happened. Ooh, TW definitely won on this one. And he's just holding on to it. Oh, Bonkin. Oh, this one. You had a son. Interesting. It's just slightly different.
And you can hear, there's a Tempest in the back of your mind. There's a familiar voice, but it's very distant. It sounds a lot like, it's just kind of an echo right now. It's a female voice.
Sound like Aranor?
Maybe. All right.
I guess hearing that, he'll try to focus a little bit on that now.
Okay, he's focusing on her voice. Okay, got it. All right, Marcus.
All right, so Marcus fucking flips around, and his whole body begins to vibrate. He looks up, pops his visor, and there's a beam of pink energy that comes out of his eyes. I'm gonna burn 3 sorcery points and attempt to convert them to psi points. Candace, my failure will be 90 to 100.
Okay.
And I rolled an 8.
Nice.
Thank fucking God for that.
Thank you, Pincer.
And now we run. Marcus just starts yelling, how the fuck do we get out of here? We need to go now. There's a big vortex down below, and I think, oh fuck, thank God the Kenku's dead. Yeah, I get to there.
Stopping at the rope, by
Okay.
the way. I'm not going past that.
Got it.
Okay, yep. Nobody said anything about what we're doing, so Marcus doesn't know what the fuck is going on. So he just runs up onto the bridge, looks at Tempest, looks at Bonkin, looks back. What the fuck are we doing? And I guess I end my fucking turn?
Okay. Bonkin?
You didn't hear it, but Lucy out loud said, I don't fucking know.
I don't fucking know either.
Bunkin will be like, I thought we had to contact the brain thing. Miss Kira, where's my daughter? And he'll like step like kind of out of here, but make enough room for Marcus to go past. You should probably check on Mr. Tempest. He's being weird.
All right.
And Bunkin will run to Kira.
Kira.
Kira is going to reach out and tug at a strand of rope that was apparently floating. I'm going to reach in. I'm going to acquire daughter. So Kira reaches into nowhere and acquires your daughter, and then turns and here. Is she still sleeping?
No. She.
Oh, that's going to be terrifying for her then.
Yes. So you pull her out of the rope. Kira reaches into the top of the rope and pulls out a tiny. Hold on. A small child emerges from the rope. And Bonkin, she's when she gets pulled out of the rope, she looks terrified, of course. She's been through some traumatic shit recently. Looks around. looks up and sees you, and there's a split second of, yeah, like, there's a split second of fear in her eyes when she looks at you because you don't look the same as when she saw you, a day ago. But she does recognize you, and then she starts crying and will just, like, wrap her arms around you. All right.
I'm going to use the rest of my action the rest of my turn to grab said rope piece and go by Marcus again.
Okay. Got
And
that.
the girls.
Yep.
We are all going to be making physical contact for whatever the fuck's going to happen next.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Tempest. You start to hear Arianor's voice in your mind much more clearly. At first, it sounded like she was calling to you from a distance. And then her voice gets closer and closer, and suddenly it's like she's right next to you. She says, "Tempest, you've got the timeline. Do it now." Are you going to act on that?
What do I do? Do I pull it? Will everyone be with me if I pull it? I don't know. I'm a little scared.
It's okay, Tempest. You hold on, and you bring them with. It's as simple as that. Hold on, and bring them with. I'll help you if you need it.
Could you?
You'll feel the familiar. It's as though you submerged yourself into like a hot tub. It's very relaxing. You feel surrounded, and where most people might feel like they're drowning, you feel comforted. I'm here with you now.
And then Tempest will stand up on very shaky legs, and to everyone else, it looks like he's actually just like pulling himself up on a rope like a mime. He's pulling himself on a rope and kind of like with both hands he grabs on to this invisible thing and just says, "Everyone, gather close. We're gonna go back home." And hopefully everyone's close enough, and he'll just, I guess, pull down on the invisible rope and just kind of force all his will into it to get us back to the future.
But not in a
Or
different way.
Or wherever this timeline leads, yeah.
Okay, so first, give me an Arcana check.
Whatever you're rolling, you add a d4 to it. Or add 4 to it, not a d4.
Okay, so that's 19.
Okay. Now give me a Wisdom save.
Well,
do you want to know if it's a pass or a failure? Or do you have anything you want to try to use?
I'll use my inspiration for it.
Okay.
Okay, that's better.
Great. Okay, and then give me one more Wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
All right. So you guys start to feel that pull behind your belly buttons that you felt initially when Tempest touched the globe at the very beginning of the campaign. You start getting pulled through that same tunnel of energy, the gold and blue swirling energy, and it does feel like you're being pulled forward. It doesn't feel like you're going backwards. Tempest, as you're going through, memories from your past start to just flood your mind completely. and it's hard to stay focused, but you manage to keep your focus on this timeline rather than allowing your thoughts to wander and potentially pull you to the wrong place. That was the second roll, so good use on that inspiration. However, as you are trying to complete the transition back to the future, you start to struggle. And you realize this is going to take another sacrifice. Is there a specific memory that you would sacrifice?
Yeah, this would be the past life.
Okay, understood.
Sorry, the first one was his name, and then the
Yeah.
second this one is his past life.
The first time was just the name. He was going to forget. Okay, got it. All right. So you guys, you get, as you are getting pulled through, you do feel kind of jolted around a little bit. Like it's not as smooth, straightforward, but Tempest manages to course correct, and you guys find yourself back in the streets of New Haven in front of your headquarters. Probably around the time that you would expect to be there. Yep, Kira.
And possibly the most Kira-like action. I'm pulling out my phone immediately and checking the time and date as soon as it reconnects to
That's
the
really smart.
hours.
That's really smart. Hold on 1 second. Okay. When you look at your clock, or at the clock and the date and everything on your phone, it does show that it's March 23rd. It's actually 2:30 p.m. on March 23rd, 2024. So Tempest managed to get you guys roughly to where you wanted to be, maybe a couple hours in the future, but roughly to where you wanted to be.
Yeah, and then as soon as we land, Tempest just like crumples.
Yeah, Marcus reaches up and grabs the temporal shield out of the air, straps it to his back, and then he kind of like takes a couple deep breaths, and the blurriness and the wavering of his body kind of slowly dissipates, and he becomes completely normal.
If we're kind of like doing this slight fall, like I don't know, I'm guessing like 2 centimeter feet touch the ground fall.
Yeah.
Then Bunkin will absolutely catch his daughter and just kind of pick her up and try and, I guess, comfort her and keep her calm. She's not calm, but rightfully not calm, but calm her down.
Yeah, for sure. And you're also like huge,
Yeah.
so she's like a
Exactly.
doll.
One-handed, he's holding her, lifting her up, and the other he'll try and, if he can, just like, I guess, support Tempest.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that should be easy enough. I mean, she weighs basically nothing, and Tempest is light too. So, so you managed to.
Since you're big and strong as fuck,
Right.
Yeah, Tempest is practically nothing either.
Yeah, for sure.
And Kira was going to step in to try and help support Tempest since she's not laden down with everything and is also strong as fuck boy. So help your daughter. I've got him. And Kira will do the like
hand
arm
her
over
off.
the shoulder thing.
Bunkin will hand Tempest off to Kira.
Okay.
Marcus watches all of them helping each other as he does his cool 3-point hero landing and comes out of his hidden magic, gets up and just walks inside. Whatever the closest building is.
It's headquarters. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, I go inside and fucking sit down and let them do all the whatever they're doing for helping.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys.
Inside for your haste thing.
I wasn't hasted.
No, he wasn't hasted.
I gave that fucking potion to Bonkin, baby. That's why I couldn't fly as fast as I wanted to.
Shit, I assumed you were hasted and doing all of the murder.
Nope. That's why I ran out of psi points. Because I had to burn fucking 5 psi points on flying fast.
That worked out really well, though. All right. So yeah, you guys make it back. Zachary is pacing in the kitchen when you walk in, Marcus. And
Oh, hey, Zachary.
oh, he breathes a sigh of relief. So how did it go?
Yeah, everything's good, Zack Attack. Sit down, have some coffee. Hey, Aegis, baby, game. Any chance we can get some grub? Marcus takes his helmet off, and he is still in the process of healing the fucking time dragon breaths and tail slaps that he took.
Okay, perfect.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. The travel through time, did that constitute as like decades and years or whatever, or was it just actually the few seconds?
It was just actually a few
Okay,
seconds.
just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure. Yeah, then he is still healing. There are scars and dust falling off of his face as the horrific abrasions and jaw and teeth are growing back, and his nose breaks back.
So as Zachary sees you like trying to heal yourself for the first time ever, you see him start to conjure magic with his hands, and he casts Cure Wounds on you.
Oh, that's fucking weird. You a priest now?
Holy shit.
You've been hanging out with Aegis, with A-Game a little bit too often, I think. What's going on, Zach?
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. You good?
Uh,
When did you join the priesthood?
I didn't join the priesthood. I just don't use magic that often. And he'll heal you for. It'll be. Hold on, I gotta figure out the math. So that'll be for 33 points of healing.
Oh, that one, no little fucking Cure Wounds. That's a big boy.
Yep.
I'd expect nothing less from the man who nat 20 shot Bunkin.
He did nat 20 shoot Bunkin. Lucy's freaked out text.
Marcus kind of looks at him surprised with as much healing as he did, and he like looks down at the horrific laceration on his arm and he goes,
You didn't know this is what you pay me for.
"No, I paid you to drive a fucking car, Z, baby." What is this?
I know how to do some magic.
Yeah, but that's magic given to you by a god. So what do you use that?
I
as
can
a
do
magic
that
to-
too. I
Well,
don't have a
you
god.
kind of have a. Well, you kind of have a
I
god.
can too.
There is.
Oh no, I got that magic from my musics.
I got it from the wizards in the walls.
Me too.
You don't need gods for that.
Fuck yeah, down with the gods.
Zachary looks nervous up at this guy.
I mean, that wasn't the. That's fine.
Well, that was my takeaway. It's kind of what you told me, wasn't it?
That's fine. Sure.
I just like to think of myself as resourceful.
I never doubted your resourcefulness. I mean, shit.
What the hell happened?
Time happened.
So much.
Tempest, are you okay? Do you wanna
Yeah,
you need to go
I'm good.
sit
just-
or
No,
Just
Tempest
sleepy.
is good. No offense, Master Tempest, but Bonkin, did we fucking win? Did you get your kid?
So Bonkin is like, I wanted to say it earlier, but I didn't want to interrupt. But Bonkin would have gone like straight up to his room, kind of like, you know, all these new people, everything around. He wants to like calm down and relax. So he wouldn't be down here at all, honestly.
So Bonkin went upstairs with his daughter. So you would have seen, though, for sure, Marcus, when you guys landed or whatever, Bonkin was trying to make sure his daughter was good, so you would have seen her in his arm.
And Tempest will text Gale saying, "Hey, I'm home."
Oh. Alright, well, guess Master Bonkin's just not going to answer me after I just risked my life.
No,
but
he said he was already upstairs. That was the problem.
He walked right past us. That's pretty shitty that he didn't say anything.
I thought you said that while you were in the kitchen.
she was
I did,
crying?
but I was the first one in the kitchen, dickhead.
Oh, that's true. He was the first.
I didn't go to the kitchen.
You had to walk through the fucking door to get up the
Oh, I
stairs.
thought we were at the front door.
No, we always come in the back door. When the fuck? We have used that front door one time this whole campaign, and that's when we got the keys.
At the end, I think it was like the first.
Candace said we should have at the front of the headquarters.
Yeah, but you guys always go through the back. It's fine. Okay. Bunkin, you would hear Marcus ask if you got your daughter.
In that case, he'll say, "Yes, Mr. Marcus, I really appreciate all the help you get. I'm gonna just calm her down and everything."
Okay, hey, don't touch the glyphs upstairs, kid. We went through a lot to save you, and they'll fucking annihilate you, I'm sure. Oh, alright. Sorry. You want me to wipe her mind?
No,
Marcus holds up a
alright.
pink glowing hand. Alright. Thank gods, because I've got very little energy left anyways. Fuck me.
He will kind of pause beside you, put like a hand on your shoulder as he walks by and goes, "Really, Mr. Marcus, thank you. I know to you it's an oath, but thank you for everything, all of you." And then he'll walk up.
Oh, fuck yeah. Hey, sweet execution, by the way!
Oh, wait,
Thank you.
before you go upstairs, Tempest
Yeah.
will gesture. I'm sorry, what was your daughter's name?
Dofi, I don't think I've told you, I'm sorry.
Oh. So, Dofi?
Yeah, Dofi.
Dofi. Here. And Tempest will reach into his backpack or his belt, whatever, and he'll hand over the wand of smiles to her. Here you go. Just hang on to that. If you're feeling
He's
sad.
a nice man.
She'll reach out and take it and say, "Thank you, Mr. Tempest."
You're welcome. I'm glad we got you back home safe. You go rest.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey, real quick, Master Bonkin.
Yeah.
Hey, Marcus will pop his potion pouch open and pull a couple of vials out. Hey, drink these on the way upstairs. You look like Minotaur tits.
Okay, thank you.
He hands you 2 potions of superior healing.
Here, hang on. Making
Just
sure
let him
Tempest
fucking drink them.
has sat chill through Syl. Syl's gonna go over to help kind of entertain Child. But also is going to close wounds a couple more times on Bunkin. I can do that as you're going upstairs. It's 120 feet.
I definitely think she'd love that because I've said since day one that she's really like tinkering like Kira, and even on day one I asked Kira if she can make her like a cat like me.
Uh-huh. Why do you think Syl just went over to play?
Like she probably absolutely loves Syl. But I mean, given the situation.
But also, yes, take as many close wounds as you need. And have hit die for.
I will absolutely use them all.
All right, so unless I don't see any reason to like keep going, I have the whole epilogue thing. If you guys are ready for that, I want to jump into that.
Yeah, Marcus would literally just say, "Wow, way to one up me on healing potions. Just go fuck myself in my room."
We're going to. It's never over when we think it's over.
Oh, he's gone. He's upstairs.
And Kira just kind of like does the like wry like eye roll a little bit with the like, yep, that's Marcus kind of expression.
That's my Marcus.
Yep. And then yeah.
All right.
Think the epilogue?
Yeah, epilogue. So, I have a little thing to read, and then I'm going to go through for each of you. But when the echoes of the final battle fade, the world holds its breath. The sky is clear, the ground settles, and time itself, which was once fractured, finds rhythm again. The Oathbearers stand at the edge of everything that they fought for, the weight of eternity finally lifting from their shoulders. No grand monuments rise in their honor, none are needed. Their names are carried in quieter ways, through stories whispered by travelers, the shimmer of music in a tavern, the light of a forge late at night. The world moves forward, but the Oathbearers remain, stitched into its pulse. Tempest, I was going to start with you. So Gail, you tell her that you're back. She runs downstairs, beyond excited, tears just streaming down her face, and embraces you immediately, of course. When you finally have some time, You do think about Aranor, and as you think about her, the air hums faintly, not with danger, but it almost feels like an absence of sorts in your mind. You can feel it before you hear it. There's a familiar pull that's faint, but it's insistent, and it's like a dissonant chord just beyond hearing. It's you know for a fact that it's the mark of your pact, because the necklace starts to hum with energy. It's not demanding, it's just waiting. You answer the call, and the world around you blurs into the watery world that you're used to visiting when you see Aranor. Oh, I was going to try to do a whole music thing, but it's not letting me stop. Hold on. Okay. So the sky folds inward and you find yourself floating in a familiar place between worlds, and Aranor is before you. She is clearer than you've seen her before. Usually she seems sort of distant. You're definitely talking to her from another world, but it's almost as though she's right in front of you, like when you were in the Kraken's lair. She looks at you and tells you that the thread between us is weakening. You brought an ending I could never write. You have to decide what comes next. She has a proud look on her face, but it's almost sorrowful. You do have a choice. You can hold on to this power, and I could stay with you. You've earned it 100 times over. But it's your choice. Do you still need me?
I want you to be free, Aranor. That's what this whole thing was about. I wanted to make sure that you were free of TW and everything that he'd done to you. You deserve to be free. You deserve your life.
So, as you say that, she has a sad smile on her face because she knows what this means, and so do you. And as soon as you say those words, the sigils of your pact just begin to dissolve in the water. It's not shattering, it's just kind of unraveling. The connection that you felt to her slowly starts to feel less and less until you're both just two people floating in water. She smiles and moves closer to you and places her hand over your heart. She says, "Well then, I am free because you are. Thank you, Tempest, for everything."
Thank you, Aranor.
As she stands there or I guess floats there, and continues to look at you sorrowfully, a familiar little dragon comes swimming around, kind of zipping all over the place.
Hey, buddy.
And he gives you a little snuggle, and she says, "If you'd like, I can still have him make appearances now and then."
I like that. I'm sorry I got you blasted again, little buddy.
He sends you an emoji of like a blast emoji, and then a sad
Air
face. Maybe an eggplant.
Yeah.
And a sad face emoji, and then snuggles up on you again. And they both kind of just look at you sadly. "I'll still be around if you ever want to talk."
Okay. I think that I'd like that. And Zoopal, and he'll kind of like nuzzle Zoopal a little bit closer. You keep an eye on her, okay? Keep her safe.
Zoopal will zoom around her head, and she'll just smile. And then you'll start to feel yourself being pulled from the water. She starts to become more and more distant, just floating there until you can't see her anymore. So, after that conversation, her release was quiet. It was almost peaceful. And as you arrive back on your plane, the necklace is gone. You no longer have the mermaid tail necklace. But for the first time, your music is entirely your own. Every chord, every note, every silence, there are no strings attached anymore. Tempest and Gale enroll at the college. Tempest studies music and the study of melody and meaning, as well as the best way to teach it to people who don't know what they're doing. Gale continues her studies in demonology, but also starts to focus on her magic. So rather than the kind of forcing Tempest into teaching her how to harness her magic, she starts to allow the college to do so. Even though your band began as a side project, it didn't stay small for long. You played for the students and then cities, and you just got bigger. Songs carrying echoes of battle, heartbreak, and hope, but never anything Marcus wouldn't approve of. Tempest never forgot where he came from. Between tours, he would write to Bonkin, Aegis, and Kira. Sharing stories and lyrics about new adventures and quieter days. He even wrote to Marcus a few times just to let him know he's still alive, if nothing else. When he was teaching music at the college, he never mentioned Aranor by name, but he did speak of the importance of letting go when the time comes, and wrote many songs about that. He never stops hearing the song of that final battle, the melody of courage, friendship, and all they lost and won, but for once the song doesn't haunt him, it inspires him. He and Gale enrolled together at college, like I said, and for the first time, Tempest is studying not to survive, but to understand and to give. And Gale is studying to structure the wild magic that is within her. When the world begins to recognize his name, Tempest does not let it swell his pride. He lets it carry the memories of the others, the laughter, the grief, the purpose. He never speaks of his warlock powers again. The pact fades like a forgotten dream, and the strings of his lute and the keys of his saxophone feel lighter in his hands, but he does miss her. Gale does stay by Tempest's side as long as he'll allow her to. Their bond deepens. If they end up splitting, Tempest, I'm going to let you decide that, because she would follow you. If they end up splitting, she would still remain friends and still follow your band very closely. Or if it endures, then she's there supporting you every step of the way.
I mean, I think I wrote, like, realistically, like, if she was able to put up with the rockstar life bullshit, then awesome. I imagine that would have been, like, very strenuous. So, like, it probably would have been, like, a rocky relationship for a long time. And then, like, maybe eventually, like, they probably would have separated, and then they would just be friends, like, long after.
Awesome. So Tempest, she'd stay with you, like I said, but time goes on. At some point, every good thing comes to an end. Oh, I did have this note too. When Tempest finally takes the stage for his first world tour, he looks out at the crowd, at the lights, the sound, the life, and says almost to himself, "This is what freedom sounds like." So I do have something for you as well. And I apologize, I don't think I heard the last thing that you said. Did you say that if she stayed with Tempest, that's amazing?
If she stays, I imagined, like, they would probably have separated after a while. I mean, like I said, realistically, it wouldn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
It probably wouldn't have worked out as well.
Perfect.
So I imagine they would have remained friends.
Yes, absolutely. And when you go on that's what I was asking, because when you go on that world tour, you do see her face out in the crowd. So time goes on. Tempest, unfortunately, grows old, as all of us do. And many people come to visit as often as they can. You get many visits from Bonkin as he ages, Bonkin and his daughter. But also Kira, I'm sure, would visit. Aegis would be around. And you do get a visit from Marcus. If you allow him, if you allow him to visit you. Okay.
I'll allow it.
So when, because Marcus is unfortunately bound by the blood that allows him to go on for much longer than he's probably rightfully due. But when he finds out about Tempest, coming close to the end, Marcus would stop by and give a rap on his hospital door and come in. He's not dressed any different than he ever would have been in the armor, but his visor is up, his gauntlets are off, flails are by his side, and he comes in holding a small blue book, and he sits down by Tempest's side. Yeah, Candace, I don't know if you have that or not, but he sets this book on Tempest's lap, and he says, "Hey, old friend. Look, I know things aren't looking great right now. I found this in a library recently that I was in, and I thought you might like to hear the story. It's one of somebody who digs music, and since you're a fucking rock star now, I suppose you'd be the one to hear it if you're interested."
My emotions. Hang on. Yeah, Tempest would just like nod. Slowly.
So Marcus just kind of sits with him for a moment. No, I had mentioned to you about the vampirism thing. Marcus isn't going to mention it. He's gonna read the room. He's gonna read the room and not succeed this one time. So Marcus flips the first page open, and he just kind of sits with him, and he says, "So he was born Gust, the only son of a dairy farmer and a woman whose laughter sounded like wind chimes over warm bread. The farm of Ares smelled of hay and hearth fire, and in that quiet world his mother Selphine placed a lute in his lap before he could even lift a bale. She guided his fingers across the strings while the oven crackled behind her, and each note he learned shone in her eyes like a promise. In the fields he found moments of breath between chores, lying among wildflowers, watching the sky drift as though it too were dreaming of elsewhere. And at dawn, when the world still held the night's chill, he'd slip into town with his lute. Coins clinked into the upturned hat of strangers as they smiled at his music. And he always hurried home with what little he'd earned, hoping that it could be enough." And Marcus will continue for as long as Tempest will allow him through the book, knowing what he took on from him. I don't know how long he lives, but that many years before.
Okay. So so Marcus would read to Tempest for as long as Tempest allowed him to, and hopefully kind of tighten that relationship that had been damaged so long before. No, you're okay. It was kind of a nice surprise visit for Marcus, and Marcus didn't even offer to turn him into a vampire, so it was double nice.
But he thought about
Yeah,
it.
thanks for not doing that.
Yeah, he thought
about it.
All right, moving on. Okay. Marcus and Kira.
Oh no.
You know what? That's a good point. We'll do Bonkin first because poor Bonkin's not going to outlive Kira and Marcus.
No, no,
I
no,
stole
no.
I stole 3 years from him too. So
3 days later.
Bonkin's like, alright, I'm out.
He just fades away.
Yeah, he just.
sorry, one second.
That book was incredible to do.
All right.
A lot of thought that went
It
into
was all right until that point.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I was like,
No,
look,
that was great.
Because
That was great.
because literally 4 sessions before, Marcus and Tempest were in a room about to fucking cut each other up, and I was like, what is the one thing I can do? That's why I kept talking to Candace off screen during that fucking combat, because I was stealing his goddamn memories.
I thought you were
I
doing
lost all
that,
my
yeah.
side points, dude. I lost them all. Oh man.
All right. So Bonkin. So Bonkin, you return home not just to a place but to purpose. You show Dofi the world, introducing her to every friend that you guys have ever fought beside. She becomes a light in your life once again, bright and fierce and curious. You guys do stay in headquarters, and you give your daughter gives Marcus a reason to smile more often than scowl, which was a concern of yours initially. You do decide what to do with the gang and the place that you took over. With the help of Frozen Phoenix, as much as she didn't want to do it, and Laelna, it becomes a place where kids can learn, families can rebuild, and hope has a bed to sleep in. It becomes a dojo, and you are a teacher there, along with others, to try to help people harness their powers, which was always Frozen Phoenix's dream anyway. So she takes over as you get older. She takes over running the dojo, and you know that she will do it justice and that its existence will only make the world a better place. As years pass, Laelna and you stay together, and your bond deepens into something steady and tender. You do end up getting married eventually. Quietly, there's no ceremony. You're just surrounded by friends and laughter. And when the time finally comes for Bonkin to rest, he prepares to do so peacefully, knowing that his family, by blood and by choice, will carry on. So, again, similarly, you get a visitor when you are fairly close to death.
A shadow moves in the corner of the room, and stepping out of it, you see the familiar form of a full-plated Marcus, very unceremoniously. And he moves very quickly to your bedside and kind of squats next to it with his hands kind of up on Bonkin's belly and chest. Hey, buddy. How you doing there, Master Bonkin?
So, I'm gonna do a voice, but I'd like to think that as his daughter kind of grew older and as like the phases happened, there was a phase where he learned to speak better because his daughter kept saying it was embarrassing the way he talked. And he probably also grew like more of a sense of humor because he always hung out with Marcus and Zachary. So as you enter, he'd go, "Hello, Mr. Marcus."
Oh, you look like shit.
I feel like
Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything a priest can do for you at this point, thank the fucking gods. No offense to you, but to them. It's taken a lot to keep your old ass alive this long.
you know what they say. Growing old isn't for the weak.
No, that's true. That's fair. Hey, Master Bonkin. Speaking of the whole growing old thing, listen, I thought it was only fair if... Look, we've both watched your daughter grow into a beautiful young woman and succeed where she has, failed where she has, and learned from those failures where she has. And I'm well aware that your people don't live as long as hers do, nor mine, nor many in the adventuring world. So, look, I don't mean any offense to this whatsoever, and it's just an offer. But if you'd like to go on your own terms, it's fine. But I'd like to offer you the opportunity for immortality, Master Bonkin, and I know that you're not one for big words, so let me simplify it. I could turn you into a vampire if you'd like, to continue living and not feeling like total shit on the inside for at least a while, and if you ever get bored of it, all you need to do is watch one final sunrise.
I'll tell you what. First off, I didn't go to 5 years of primary and common school for you to diss my tongue. Diss my words.
That's fair. I forgot you went to college. Shit, sorry. I've been so preoccupied with Dr. Sunama getting his degree. Please.
Anyway. Tell you what. I'll talk to Dofi and Leona. And we'll have a talk about it. And then tomorrow I'll let you know.
Okay, maybe you shouldn't talk to your beautiful wife about that because, you know, the whole gods and oath thing. Maybe just talk to your daughter about that. Oh, wait. No, that's fine. No, talk to your wife. That's fine. You've taken vows. She's taken vows. She's taken oaths. Lots of oaths. Fuck me. Okay, well, maybe we just forget we've had this conversation. Don't tell her where I live, because I'll just change it. Not interested in Inquisition in my household. We're doing just fine.
Would be pretty fun.
But yeah, get back to me tomorrow. Let me know what your thoughts are. I respect the process of life and death, but you're an important one.
Thank you.
I wouldn't offer it to your wife, by the way, just so we're clear. I know that she'd smite the shit. She'd smite me right out of a 40-second story window.
She would do.
All right. Well,
Okay, so Candace just
care.
asked me, would Bonkin live another day? So
that's
he would
literally
probably
what my thought was. He's gonna throw himself from the roof or something stupid.
No, he probably doesn't like dive off the building. So Bonkin would probably have after Marcus leaves, giving him enough time to escape before Leona discovers him. He will call them in and tell them about the offer. Bonkin doesn't fully intend to stay immortal. It's not his intention. But he wants to stay with them longer, until maybe the end of their days, and then he'll join. But that's what he'll tell them, and if they're...
1 second. So Leilna's response would be, I see the offer and I understand the desire to prolong what we hold dear, but immortality that comes from a darkness isn't life. It's corruption. Is there a way to do this without... I would love to have you around longer. But can we do it without you being fully corrupted?
Well, Mr. Marcus is still alive. That's what he's constantly said over the years.
Is that what she means by like not fully turning? Is that?
Yeah. If it's something that you are actually considering, you know that I'll support you. But we need to be very careful in how this is done.
Do you want him to write you the full process? He probably will. Or at least Kira will.
So yeah, they would invite you. I assume like Leilna and Bonkin would invite Marcus and Kira over to have a discussion.
With like, there's probably bold text at the bottom of the like message that said, "Promise Leilna won't try and dust you, Marcus."
Hey, serious question though. How many years in the future is this? How old does Bonkin? Because Bonkin's already elderly by the time the campaign ends. So do we get to a point where So like, how old is he at this point? I'm asking specifically because Kira may or may not have similar conditions.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so Bonkin, how old were you again?
So he was around 40 when we started, and then he gained, you said like 3, maybe 4 years
Mhm.
in the time thing. So he'd be like 44.
Okay, so yeah, I'd
Something.
say at this point, this is probably like 10, 15 years in the future, which is pretty long for a bugbear.
We can go up to 80 if we really try.
Uh-huh. But if you suspect, Bonkin, I would say, and actually more so Kira, you guys suspect that he lived longer because of all of the time back and forth crap that he did, even though it aged him physically, something affected him to allow him to live just a little longer.
Yeah, so Marcus would explain it to... He would have gotten Kira's blessing before he went, like, hey, look, you know, I love a certain amount of people with all my heart, and I'd like to give them an opportunity to exist far into the future. We're going to go over and have dinner with Leilna that he practically gags at, and the girl, which he woos at, and then Master Bonk, and that's that. So we arrive, dressed in... this would be dressed in shadows, both of us at this point. I don't know how many. Okay,
Yeah,
so
actually, that's great. This is a great. I'm glad we did this this way.
like a intermingling point.
Yeah,
here.
so Kira is still wearing Marcus's cloak. But the weird thing about it is that now there are shadows that kind of billow out from underneath it while she's wearing it, instead of it just being a cloak. And I'll explain that later.
I think Kira just, the only thing before going over there, she absolutely would give her blessing to it, but she would have had a like, are we sure she's not going to murder us or follow us back here? I don't want an inquisition in our home.
Funny thing, sweetheart. I told him the same fucking... I told him to just maybe have a conversation with his daughter about it, but look, what's the worst that can happen? We started out as nobodies here. If she starts an inquisition, I mean, well, time to squash... I'd say the infidels, but technically that's us. Fuck. We're not undead. We're just advanced humanoids. Right?
She'd have to
That's how
make
the Blade
it
movie
past,
starts. Don't say that.
she'd have to make it past all the protections. I think we'd be fine.
Oh, I think so too. I mean, wizards in the walls aside, the auto turrets, the sigils, the arcane inscribed beholder stalks. I mean, I think
Plus
we're all...
Zachary's new car mounted whatever that is.
Oh shit! How about just Zachary in general? He is a quick shot with everything. Right, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Trust me. And look, if push comes to shove, we just
No executions.
No, I'm not gonna execute. No, I wouldn't execute late. Well, no, that's true. I probably would if I had to. But no, I'm not. I'm not. He pulls. He reaches into his into one of his pouches and he pulls out a scroll and he unfurls it in front of her. I don't know if she can read it.
If you're asking if I can read something, I would like to counter with we are years in the future. I have 19 intelligence, and Duolingo has nothing on an arty.
Yeah,
It's a scroll of dimension.
There you go.
And Marcus goes, "You remember the thing that I forgot I had in my pocket when I jumped into that vortex and almost got sucked into, yeah, look, I've still got it. I've been saving it because I know that the perfect time is coming up. Also, this fucking key." He holds up the last of the goblin keys. Or the mystery keys.
Try it on Bonkin's door.
They will have a purpose. We just haven't found it yet.
I know, but yes, okay.
Just
My point
keep
is
this.
that's not the dimension
I'll sit
door
close
scroll.
to you.
Okay, perfect. And if shit hits a fan, then we just boop out the window and we're gone.
Yeah, that works.
I can feather fall us. I mean, I know we're high up, but we'll be fine.
Yeah, both regenerate. It's fine.
Also, I like the way you think. Ooh, fuck. Alright, here we go. Marcus kind of steels himself. Like, really into the fact that she was so confident about, no, we're just gonna regenerate ourselves. It's like a Morticia Adams and fucking Gomez moment. Okay.
I know for a fact that, like, Bonker's daughter likes you two more than they do the family.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
she would have to help us test all of the various machines and stuff.
Oh, and
Mom
she
and Dad are so
absolutely
lame. They
loved
just
it.
keep talking about God and Inquisitions. Uncle Marcus and Auntie Kira are great. They just love the shadows.
And building stuff.
yeah.
All
So
of the Christmas presents or Yule presents just have FAFO on them.
you guys will get welcomed in by Leilna. She'll let you in, and
Golden Commander. Good to see you.
hello, Marcus. Welcome to our home again.
Yep. In this tower. Is this a corporate write-off, or is this just
It's a perk.
Elbows.
Ow. Excuse me. Dinner. Yes.
Mhm.
Ooh, smells. How does it smell?
That's a good question.
We can eat food. We're not.
You can eat. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, it smells good. It smells good. It smells like a. It smells like a really comforting dinner.
Oh my goodness, macaroni and cheese and a roast. You've been busy.
Yes. Well,
And alcohol.
Marcus pulls out the seat. Is she a drunk?
I'm supposed to tell you no.
Bonkin will get a little smack.
Marcus will open the network and tell Bonkin, blink twice if you need help.
No, I'm fine, thank you.
All right, we sit.
Okay. Yeah.
So about our proposition, Master Bonkin.
I brought essays and notes if you want to read.
So Leilna will reach out and take the essays and start reading.
Kira just hands over a new bag of holding. It's just got all of the notes.
Okay. Yeah, she'll read through stuff.
It's really not as complicated as it seems, and he puts his arm around Kira's shoulder. There is a temporary fix, I think, if Master Bonkin is interested to prolong things a little while. If we were not to fully vampirize him, we could temporarily extend his stay.
How long?
How long would you like?
I don't know. How long does like Lilna or Dofi live?
That's a good question.
Because Lilna's an elf, right? So
Oh, you're coming with us to the end of time. You might as well vampirize.
She wasn't. She was
Dofi's a
actually.
gnome, so
Hold on, one sec.
I've got years to go.
She is actually a. She's an. I always say it wrong. Eladrin Summer. So. I mean, and she was a little bit older, so if we could get another, she'll look over at Dofi. I don't know, 300 years?
Okay. Master Bonkin will need to visit me once a week for the next 300 years. And that's that.
I think that's all I want to know.
That's probably all you should know. No offense, Golden Commander.
None taken. Ninth son.
Right then, Master Bonkin. Dinner. That was easy. This
She's
roast
more
I never
agreeable
had.
normally.
Dofi's at the table.
Absolutely sitting next to Kira.
Yeah, she's sitting next to Kira and like trying to make something like out of her fork and spoon, like trying to craft something.
See how the spines curve towards each other? You're going to want to. Kira's an enabler. 1000%.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, you guys managed to put that into place, and Bonkin gets a little extra time. All right, now we will move on to Marcus and Kira. Okay.
I love the like digital techie movement.
I mean, come on.
Okay, so Marcus and Kira remain together. That you start to rebuild what was broken, each in your own way. So Kira throws herself into research. There's smoke thread sunlight protection, safer blood substitutes, cybernetics that push the boundaries of what bodies can be.
Make me a cyber psycho. Wait, no, don't do that.
No, don't do that. Her workshop hums late into the night, filled with half-finished inventions and music from some ancient playlist that Tempest once gave her. Over time, she learns not only how to install cybernetics, but also how to create them. She figures out how to create a tiny version of her crossbow, so she can shoot her energy arrows directly from the top of her forearm. For Marcus, she's able to install his flails directly into his arms, so there's no need at all to carry them. He hones his psychic energy and manages to summon his flails directly from his palms, and the two of them become even more unstoppable than they already were. Marcus watches over her, sometimes silently from the doorway, and sometimes joining in and assisting. Oh, that's such a cool name for that. Assisting when she asks. Eventually, they offer up the option to Frozen Phoenix and Reuben to join the Oathbearers. After much encouragement from Bonkin, Frozen Phoenix agrees to join as a silent member, although you definitely notice more of your business cards hanging up around town, and private direct calls have increased substantially since she joined. Reuben joins as well, and quickly proves that he's much better off working with the Oathbearers than working underground. Eventually, Marcus hands the Oathbearers over to Reuben, way forward in time, knowing that this boy will lead the way that he would, or at least as close to it as possible. Marcus and Kira help the professor to earn his long-desired doctorate. Using cybernetics, Kira rigs up Marcus's never-touched computer, as well as a voice alternator, so that the professor can complete his degree completely online, and Professor Sundamar once again gets to teach as an online instructor, sharing his knowledge of history and everything else with students. He becomes one of the most favored teachers across many universities, and together they publish a book. It is a strange, beautiful piece of fiction chronicling the life of a bard named Tempest. Zachary remains by their side through their adventures. Marcus, I was going to open it up if you wanted, or I can just kind of easy breezy past it, what we talked about for Zachary.
Yeah, I mean, Zachary would, I would offer Zachary the same thing I offered, I didn't offer Tempest, I offered Bonkin, but I would definitely offer Zachary the opportunity to exist far beyond his normal time, so.
His answer basically is, I have to live to see flying cars. So he is going to accept your offer and will continue to work alongside you guys. He gets a little bit more involved in the action. Instead of just driving, he drives there and assists with helping, now that he's revealed that he's more than a chauffeur. But a lot of times he keeps himself like in the back, so that way he doesn't die, because everybody needs a way to get out. So when the city no longer seems to need you, when Reuben is running the Oath Bearers and things seem to be under control, you guys start to travel. So you start hunting old evils, guiding lost souls, searching for the door that fits the Goblin Keep. Time just seems to move differently for you. Seasons blur into decades, decades into centuries, and eventually Kira asks the question that both knew was coming. Marcus doesn't hesitate. He turns her gently, reverently, binding them together beyond time. When this happens, the cloak that Marcus gave Kira the very first time that they met suddenly seems to jump into action. As she's wearing it, the first time she steps out into the sun, shadows start to billow out from underneath, and Kira realizes, hold on, I have a whole card for this thing. Kira, I wrote this a really long time ago. Kira realizes that the cloak is woven from shifting shadow and void-touched silk. It was a relic of a long-forgotten pact. When the hood is raised, the wearer is enshrouded in living darkness and is protected from sunlight and radiant damage. So I called it First Embrace, which I thought was very clever. So so Marcus's cloak...
That's fucking good.
Marcus's cloak ends up being exactly what Kira needed when she finally made the decision to join him as a vampire. At one point, you guys are hunted by vampire hunters. Despite your continued request during that encounter that the hunters leave you alone, your hands are forced to defend yourselves. Marcus sends a very clear message back to the vampire hunters' leader, with the only remaining member: leave us alone or you'll continue to see loss. But if you need help, we're happy to kill evil vampires. She does end up taking you up on that, and Kira and Marcus find a new, more direct purpose for a while.
I love that.
Okay. Then Kira asks at one point to meet Marcus's family. As much as Marcus doesn't want to give in to this, he does know the ninth son needs to continue on. So you decide you're going to try to travel to Avernus and see if your family is even still alive. When you get to the portal to go to Avernus, you can hear the Elder Brain in your mind, Marcus, and he says, I will send you back to the time you need to go in order to make things right. So the portal gets tinged with golden energy, and you step through and you enter Avernus, exactly where you need to be to meet with your family. Initially, Kira keeps the hood of the cloak up, but eventually it needs to come down because she has to be identified. Marcus's people don't just let anybody walk in. As soon as it's revealed that she's Shadar Kai, of course, things get tense. However, Marcus is able to use all of his charisma to talk everyone down.
Sorry, I think we skipped a saga. When did Marcus get charisma?
And eventually they come around to the idea that she is not there. She's not actually there to assassinate anybody. Kira, you are welcomed in once the story is actually told, as much as Marcus's family Clan Cunha is able to welcome someone. They are all pretty charismatic to the same level. But then the ritual for the ninth son has to occur, so you unfortunately get to witness that as well. Marcus's heir and he have their fight, and eventually Marcus does fall. The first time that you've seen someone be able to take him down. The consumption of part of his brain is completed, and Marcus is no longer the ninth son. 3 days later, Marcus is healed back up to full and is able to continue without the title of ninth son. You guys stick around in Avernus for a while, and then you go back to your time to continue on doing what you do. For the next several hundred years, you assist where you can, you stay out of things that don't really impact you. And then one day Marcus comes to the realization that he's done all that he can do.
Before we get to the ending of things, I'm going to ask one question, and that's about the girls.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Um,
yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
that's
that's
that
important.
changes things a little.
Yes, okay. So, thank you for that. So, Kira approaches Min one day, and
Probably immediately before the embrace.
yeah, so she approaches Min, her sister, though, and asks for an audience with her. Your sister appears and says, "Of course, what's wrong?"
Oh, you're gonna break my heart in RP time. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do. But I need to ask you something I should have asked you a really long time ago. Kind of just looking everywhere but at Nalia and just, are you ready to go back to Openser? Does he need you?
She kind of, like, half smiles. It's never been about me being ready to go back.
What? You could have. It's been how long? Choosing to hide behind, like, a little bit of outrage as opposed to the sudden heartbreak.
Look, I left you once before, and I would say I've lived with regret since then, but we both know that's not true. I've existed with it. I needed to know that you're okay. I couldn't go before I knew you're okay.
As long as we don't run into any hunters or piss off Bunkin's wife, we'll be fine. And I won't be alone.
You'll probably do both of those things. But I know you'll be
Almost certainly.
I know you'll be fine because both of those things will happen because of who will be with you. Are you ready for me to go back to Offensive?
No, but yes, but no.
I don't. Well, we both know Openser is watching Marcus.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's not like I won't know what's going on with you. But if you do ever need me to come back, I don't think you will. You know what to do.
You have to go do paladin things or champion things or whatever it is you do on that side of the godly world.
I'm not entirely sure what that looks like, to be honest. I did it on our side of the world first, and then I was this.
If he's ready for you and you're ready, then I can be ready too.
The important thing to remember, Kira, is that just you were never alone in the first place.
No, not once I trapped your soul in a crudely made metal chassis. Sorry about those first couple versions. I don't think I ever said that.
You know that's not what I mean.
I know. I know.
Just make
And
sure.
Kira's fighting back all sorts of breakdowns there.
Make sure it's not always Marcus taking care of you.
I mean, someone's gotta, remind him to not go out at high noon without his full plate.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Again.
You're gonna be fine.
And Kira's just gonna sigh and just throw her arms around whatever version of her sister she's talking with.
Yeah, it's sort of like an ethereal version, but she's solid enough that you can hug her. And she'll hug you back. And even though she doesn't have to, she takes a big breath. And if I see you again, I'll let you know.
Better. I'm not gonna make another one. So if you need to come back, you can go back into her. Kind of gestures towards the frame of Min.
No, you're doing cybernetics now. You can do better than that.
Oh,
She'll
you
just kind of
think
grin
you
at
get
you.
them?
I guess we'll see. She'll give you another hug.
And Kira will hug her back until she probably dissolves into nothingness.
Yeah, she sort of just slowly dissolves, and then you're kind of, I don't know if you've ever seen Drop Dead Fred, but then you're just kind of hugging yourself. Min's structure is still there, but the blue light in her eyes is not there. She is clearly just your creation.
I think Kira would take the form and bring it to the initial temple where they first the first offenser temple that they had gone to at that point, and probably leave her there in obviously a safe spot, so that if Nalia needed the form again, she could have it.
Okay. When you go there, that is where Kethron's lair is, and he promises to guard the form for you. And should she ever return, he'll bring it back to you.
And she would just nod. She wouldn't even have words at that point.
She kind of gets added to his hoard in a special spot. All right. Okay. So, yeah, so Marcus, several hundred years go by, and Marcus is like 900. That's the best Marcus could do. He realizes that he's done everything that he wanted to.
Yeah, so Marcus comes to Kira one day and explains to her, look, if I continue to go, and I know we've talked about this before, if I continue to progress in this reality's timeline, I fear that at some point I'm going to grow bored, and I fear that those afflicted with our specific curse are prone to growing deeply evil in their boredom. I think I'm done. I think this is my time. I would like to maybe see one more sunrise, if you're all right with that.
I think Kira just puts down the whatever tool she had been holding at the time, whatever hand she had partially opened and was rebuilding, and just no villain phase where we have to go back to the hunters and say it's our turn. Yeah, that's probably smart.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure. I've lived my lifetime. I've lived more than my lifetime after I lost my status as the ninth son, and I lived an entire elven lifetime after that. Shit, almost 900 years to the day. Best I can do, I suppose.
Oh, okay. Guess we've kind of always expected at some point. At least it's not an execution, it's your choice. Okay. Where? Where do you want to watch the sunrise?
The roof?
Okay. As it started.
Good. Marcus very nonchalantly and kind of somberly goes out to the windowsill, and he will telekinetically lift him and Kira into the air and up and onto the ledge of the roof. And as we sit there kind of awaiting, assuming it's early morning, before the sunrise, he'll kind of sit there overlooking the cityscape. He'll kind of pull his feet up into a crisscross applesauce, and he'll look around. Never thought that this is exactly where it would be, but this is good. This is good. This is good. Oh, give me just one moment. He flips the visor kind of like back down around his face, and he will transfer his 900 years of wealth directly to Kira's main account. Whatever that happens to be. I ended the campaign at like 2,000 gold, which is not a whole lot, but I assume that he's picked up a
Just a stupid amount. I mean, it's just
small fortune.
it's dumb.
At that point.
The taxes.
When Bonkin died, he'd have given you 25,000 gold.
Oh God!
I would have said, can't return it this time.
We do a couple of savings accounts that have, just gained shitloads of interest throughout time. So Kira's pretty much fucking set for many, many lifetimes. And
Kira and Zachary.
Yeah, right. And as the sun begins to come up over the cityscape horizon, Marcus will kind of hold his hand out, and for one final moment, it will glow pink. And I will use my Don Doff armor ability, and the armor will kind of break apart around my body, and I'll set it into a nice pile next to Kira, and I'll just kind of sit there for the first time outside with absolutely nothing on except my running wear.
I think Kira's going to reach out and put a hand on his. She still has the cloak and the shadows, and she's still fully clothed, protected from the sun. And she, as the sky starts to lighten before the sun has fully crested the horizon, she just looks at Marcus for long moments, and then she smiles. And that smile turns sad, a little nervous, and she's going to reach into one of her pockets, one of her many pockets of one of the many bags, um, and she pulls out a small folded piece of paper, and it's creased. Its edges are dark from being handled way too many times, um, and her thumb brushes the crease of the paper for a moment before she opens it. Her eyes scan the page, tracing the words. She opens her mouth to speak and just kind of laughs, curses quietly in Elven, and holds it out to him, this piece of paper.
Yep, Marcus kind of looks down inquisitively and takes it, opens it up and reads it.
So it's a mess. Lines and lines of her neat block handwriting, most of them scratched out, rewritten, started over again. But near the bottom, legibly, in very careful, deliberate strokes, it says, "Once I found comfort only in shadows. Thank you for giving me a reason to look toward the light." And when he looks up again, she has the hood of the cloak is back, and she's just releasing it, so it falls back from her shoulders. So she is also sans protection as the sun crosses the horizon.
And as both of you sit there, overlooking a newborn dawn, your time ends together at the same time.
Yeah, and like Marcus's last words would be like, "Oh wait, what the fuck?"
All right.
Also, what the fuck? I thought you were gonna go on living for like 500 years or something.
Nope. Surprise.
Yeah.
Also, Zachary was set up as a beneficiary years ago. Candace and I already had this conversation.
Yes, we did.
Dude picked the best profession he could have possibly had in the timeline he existed in.
If Bunkin's daughter was still around at that point, she would have been given full access to Kira's lab.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to you guys, to my players. This is my first campaign. I had no idea what I was doing, like 80% of the time. And when I thought I knew what I was doing,
DMs never really do. Come on.
I was just gonna say, welcome to DMing. You don't know what the hell is going on half the time.
and when I felt like
oh,
I
that's
did.
happening now. Okay, fine.
Exactly. And you guys, I mean, seriously, you guys are just, I'm not blowing smoke. You guys are just the most incredible players that a person could ask for. I learned so much about the game, about DMing, about things I want to do as a PC from you guys, from the side of it. And I really appreciate it, because I know sometimes things are rocky. But it was truly a lot of fun, and I'm already writing the next campaign. I already know what I'm going to do, and it won't be in the future, and I'm not fucking touching time probably ever again. So
Yeah, you picked a tough one for the first one for you.
Yeah, time is not easy to mess with.
no,
No.
stupid Doctor
I've
Who.
never touched time, and I've been doing this for 10 years with this rule set. Like, it's not easy.
And I ran time stuff once before at our LARP. It is so much different at a tabletop. So
In my last campaign, like we had like this magical kind of like space and machine basically that lets people go anywhere they want to in like different realms and all that. But they all often said like space and time. I'm like, not time. No, absolutely not time.
Don't do it.
Fuck that.
Don't do it. Don't do it for your first campaign, your second, or
Not
your
touching
100th.
that.
Don't do it. But I do really appreciate you guys. I also appreciate people who followed this on stream. I really did not think we were going to go past. I'd be surprised if it was 6 months, and here we are at almost 2 years. So, yeah, I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you for making this so much fun. It was very hard not to sit here and bawl the whole time. So, you guys I got very attached to your characters, and the thought that you guys put into your epilogues, I truly appreciate it as well.
No, you did good. You did good for a first time D&D DM for sure.
Absolutely,
I've
yeah.
played your LARP content, and I mean it's a totally different ballpark. So yeah, you knocked it out of the fucking park. You created some great story. I mean, what a unique thing to do for your first campaign and be like, by the way, we're playing in present day, and I'm introducing time effects. Like, that's unheard of. I'm afraid to touch that shit. You know what I mean? Like. It's good. It felt right. Everything felt very even across the entire 2 years we've done this.
I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, Kat.
I'm so sorry. It's like I've never played an arty. This will be fine. It'll be totally. But what do you mean? We're in modern. I get to. Oh no.
Wizards
I
of the
am
Wall,
so
baby.
sorry.
I didn't know how long we were gonna go. If you guys want to ask questions about anything, I don't know if everybody wants to keep going or not. It's past 10, but if you guys had questions about anything, we could do maybe a few quick questions. I also have an ending song that I made. So.
Ooh, questions.
Grandkids?
Did you say grandkids? Like, does Bonkin have grandkids?
Like,
Hell yeah, Bonkin has
that's the
grandkids.
question.
Some of them are adopted, and some of them are blood.
Whatever happened to Marikos?
Oh, I didn't put that in here. So Marcos does learn how to be an effective artificer from Kira. It takes a long time, and
He's kind of a fucking idiot.
Marcus, Kira ends up eventually agreeing to Marcus only attending every other session.
Mostly because she's tired of the interruption. No, the answer is not executions. The answer is red goes into red.
Damn it. No, I'll get it right sometime.
I like to think that as like Morikos gets trained, Dofi's like at the side, giving her own project, and it's like doing it really well.
Yeah, she's like 10 steps ahead of him.
Oh, yep, absolutely. The thing that I had pictured was as Marcus and Kira and the others continued with the Oath Bearers, like, it kind of turned part adventurous superhero Oath Bearers Guild, part like artificer training guild kind of thing. Like, there's so much loot that you get that can be fixed up, restored, learned about. We have the doctor that can help. Tempest can come in and be a professor periodically. Like, there's a whole legacy that can be built there.
Superhero high school kind of thing there, right?
Hell yeah. Oh, you guys picked up on my second campaign.
Nice.
Dips on Bonkins, kid.
Oh, how fun
How
would that be?
dare you.
guys playing each other's kids? That'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
I will have
I'll-
a familiar. Her name will be Syl.
Hell yes. Absolutely. Anyway, Tempest, what kind of music would Tempest make? Do you have like an idea?
Oh, I don't really know. I guess it probably would have been a little bit more on the pop side of things. Like, yeah. Whatever kind. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking more like almost Taylor Swift style music all the time, yeah, because he was a Swiftie when he first came in. Yeah. So probably a little bit along those lines. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's amazing. Well, Wonka probably wouldn't be able to like attend all the time, but whenever you were close by or he was able to, he'd be there, attending concerts. Like probably a way too like excited daughter.
Probably.
All the merch.
So much merch. Okay, so I need to know what was the undershirt question?
Oh, hold on.
She told me about that the other day, and we actually have a bunch of these to send out, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot. We have like 2 campaigns worth of.
Oh, I love it.
If I was better at sewing with crochet, I would have put the blow me thing on there. But I was like, if I try to do that, I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna get mad at it, so I didn't do it. But
Yeah, that wouldn't have that wouldn't have worked out as well. But that's fantastic. I love it so much. Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
there she
you
is.
go. I love it.
I tried to break half my desk standing up for that, which is why Alex had to come rescue me and grab she.
yeah, I know I made you nervous with that one.
You really did. I'm like, oh, what is this? What are you gonna do? Like a doppelganger kind of thing? What's happening?
Oh, that would have been amazing. Missed opportunities. All right. Well, we'll keep our unless.
I have one
yeah.
last question.
Mm-hmm.
So the dragons,
Mm-hmm.
what like happened to them? Because now they're all united.
Yeah, I imagine you guys probably would have checked on them at some point. The mom and dad, Seraphil and Chronosis, they would have found a new place. They did not want to stay where Chronosis was being captured or held captive. So they would have found a new place to make their home. They let Catharon keep his home, but they're up in the desert, and they're just making sure that like they keep things safe. They actually watch over the town, and then they probably would have shared it with you, Bunkin, since you're a parent. They wanted to find a mate for Catharon, so they're trying to do that too to continue the lineage as well.
I don't know. So,
Good question, Kira. I mean, Kat.
But what did the goblin key go to?
that's the more important question.
Okay, hold on. So when you guys, let's see, I have to find it here.
I'd love to think that it was just their closet.
No.
It wasn't a goblin key, it was just the spare key to HQ, but for the
Oh, that'd be so.
That's why
it
it
didn't work for anything
That's
else.
why. It wasn't even a goblin key.
All right, so hold on, I'm looking it up.
You actually have it?
Yeah.
we asked about it specifically in the epilogue thing. Like, we are adventuring until we figure out this fucking key. Like, this
Nice.
is one of the top priorities.
Okay, so you guys would have, in your travels, you guys would have continued trying the key on pretty much everything that you could find. It was actually when you were trying to help Morikos, when you were doing training, Marcus got bored. And he went and opened a chest. He was just trying the key on everything he could. He went and opened a chest and actually did manage to find the Codex of the Ninth Sun in the chest. The key worked on the chest. There was something called the Codex of the Ninth Sun. And basically, what it did is a small palm-sized orb made of black glass, and it had a faint silver light that was veined through it that seemed to pulse like a heartbeat. And when you focus on a specific part of the bloodline, it would tell you their whole story. So you're able to go through and just the whole chronology. It put the whole thing at I can't say words. I don't want to talk about time anymore. I'm not saying that
I
word.
can't say it either, apparently.
You're just turning it into a song.
Na
Na,
na na.
Oh, my brain's like, stop saying time words. So yeah, so that's what the goblin key went to, and Morikos had no idea what was in that chest. He could never get it open. No, there was no key that would work, no lockpick, none of it.
So hard on that guy.
I know, I feel bad for him.
I was only pissed because his name sounded so Fuck you.
My
It
final
was that and
question.
All Spencer. Those were the two people you were like the harshest on.
Would Fatal Toot join the Artie Adventuring Oathbearer School?
If you guys needed a researcher, yeah, she would. A researcher, Like strictly.
I would
She's-
reach out to both her and Welkini and see if we could get them together.
Yeah, Welkini would join in a heartbeat. But yeah, Fatal Toot would be like, look, I'm shit with my hands, but if you need somebody to do research or if you need contacts, I got you.
Need someone to help sort all of this weird shit that we got.
Weird shit. She's done.
What was
I'd
what
like
was her
to-
name?
Oh, her real name? Hold on, I do.
It's amazing. I'd like to think that since you stole Lokini from Alpha League, Morgan would hear about it later.
Probably. It would come up.
Oh, absolutely, 100% poaching her.
Hold on, I gotta find it now.
Okay, while she's looking, I want to kind of share something. My sister got like clay. Okay, so two things. She went to the store with her boyfriend. She got like clay and a bunch of Lego stuff. So out of the clay, she made me this little headphone squid thing.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
It's very cool. And then she also brought me back a Lego Sonic, this console.
Oh shit. No,
Oh, that's
little
cool.
Genesis?
That's cool.
That's dope. I love
Oh
that.
man. God, that brings me
That's-
way back.
So I just have like a little stand of it. It came with a stand I had to build, so it's just here on my left.
That's amazing.
There you go. Now you know why she goes by Fatal Toot.
Fair enough. So I asked you
my
a thousand
baton?
questions
Yeah.
during the campaign. So I'm good at the moment, I think.
So I did have one NPC I wanted to tell you guys about that you never got to meet. Oh, yeah, okay. So it was... Her name was Mastermind. That was her superhero name. And she was part of Alpha League. So her job was actually interrogator. So you guys, Marcus saw her one time ever. He walked past her in the hallway and she gave you like, not a shitty look, but like a looking you up and down, like figuring you out look in the moment. And you were just like, hello. And you kept walking. And I was like, he did not take note of this suspicious bitch staring him up and down whatsoever. He just completely dismissed her. And then you guys stopped bringing people there to be interrogated. And I was like, okay, well, I think let me see if I had a picture.
That's amazing. It sounds so like something we do.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if she's not a threat, fuck this bitch.
While she's pulling up the picture, I am so fucking proud of this group for just all of the weird ass synergy.
Well, if you've used that picture, like first off, then we'd be like, oh,
Marcus who?
hello. Yeah.
Shit, might have never met Gail.
Yeah. I mean, that would
That dumb bitch and her vampires.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
Nope, I'm pretty sure I'm killing Tempest to get to that. I'm sorry, I need to be interrogated now. Sorry, I don't know what came over me.
I got so many secrets. Oh my god.
You'll never know all my secrets.
That's it. We have to reach out to the Elder Brain, go back in time to the beginning of the campaign. We
Start
fucked
over.
everything up.
Reset. We fucked up. Reset.
That could be a
But-
fun campaign. That'd be my third one. Redo the first one.
quest for interrogation.
The quest for that hot chick.
Oh lord.
Legitimately though, the synergy, the such different dynamics across all of it. Not Marcus Kevin. So Tempest Kevin, we got so little time to actually interact, like, or have any heart-to-hearts. But I was you did such a good job playing this kid that should never have been an adventurer, but was trying so hard to just do the right thing. And like, I'm so glad you didn't get killed. I was fully expecting it so many times, and then you saved all of our asses. Like, Lucy, just the dad vibes.
All the dad vibes, yep.
I have every note that Bonkin gave Kira in my inventory. Like the badly written thank you notes, like all of those. And then just the knowing how well you can weave stories, Marcus Kevin, and then seeing the bumbling fool just so good.
Yeah, I decided early on that, playing a low charisma character, I was not going to be an ugly, stinky mess. I was going to be super handsome, but absolutely incapable of any social situation in any social norm. And that's what I was shooting for the whole time.
Yeah, kind of for in Tempest's thing, I wanted to play a bard, but I didn't want to play like the bard that was always trying to seduce everything. That I didn't want to be the horny bard.
There were so many dragons, though.
There's so many dragons to fuck, and I didn't want to fuck any of them. But yeah, I also wanted to be like kind of like a low charisma bard, if that made any sense.
Yeah, I think
kind of the angle I was going for. Yeah,
I loved it.
Well,
I loved it, and then you not only
put on the suit.
Yeah, and yeah, put on the suit, played the saxophone. You not only like, created this character who was like, I have no business adventuring and I am kind of a coward. He then surrounded himself with others. He made a whole band full of people who were kind of in the same boat. Like, we don't want anything to do with fighting. We just want to enjoy ourselves. Yeah. I loved that.
Hell yeah. Yeah, just a kid.
Like just a kid.
Tempest kind of started off as just the idea. I kind of wanted to have his arc be like, he started off as a naive kid wanting to like be part of this adventuring life. Then it kind of reached a peak where it was like, actually, to get a little bit of insight into him, he wanted to be like Marcus. Like he looked up to Marcus from like day one. He was like, that's the kind of guy I want to be. And then like halfway through, he realized like, oh, I am becoming Marcus. I need to step way back. This is a little terrifying, especially when he became a vampire. He's like, okay, I need to step back. This is a little terrifying for me.
Yeah, that dive into power can be scary for a kid. It's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, especially he's decimating shit. He's like destroying shit, and then like he's just like, no, oh god, I'm too powerful for this. And then like he's like, I need to not do this anymore.
Yeah, and he's stuck with that too, which I love.
Absolutely.
And Kira
wanted to play with toys.
I was gonna say Kira was
large machines.
Kira was fun to watch because for me, Kira was like just the gnome that I always play. Anytime that I can play a gnome, no, I guess that still counts. Anytime I can play a gnome, they always fuck with, like, they always tinker, always. And they always have like this this sort of like, I don't really care about my health mindset. And I definitely saw that with Kira, but Kira was just like a pissed off teenager. Like, leave me alone. I'm trying to build in here. And I always thought that was cool, but I also really liked the screwdriver thing. I thought that was one of the coolest skills. When you throw the screwdriver,
Conjure Barrage.
Conjure Barrage. I love that skill, and the fact that it was screwdrivers was hilarious.
She was fun, and a lot of the yes and a lot of her personality was yes and from Bunkin.
Mm-hmm.
The picturing her as being just horrifically messy. So I'm like, okay, we're leaning into the energy drinks and the addicted to the future because of all the potential. When I wrote her, she was horrifically jaded, didn't want to be near anyone. Like she went to go and help find the artifact. She needed to do something, but like people were blaming her for the, age of disillusionment and for anything that broke because she had the weird fucking metal cat and never talked to people. I was like, ooh, this is going to be a really hard one to play and open up. And then Marcus gave me a cloak as an insult. And then I got a not again moment. That not again confrontation at the windowsill in the Golden Commander's office was one of my favorites. Or the like the early scenes stuck with me the most as like shaping the character when the stupid rock got dropped before we teleported to the future, and she pulled shadows for the first time. Like, and Tempest was, nope, I don't want to be anywhere near that bitch. Ah. So, thank you. You all shaped her, and she is definitely not who I thought I was going to be playing. I also didn't realize it was going to be a future campaign, so.
Yeah, if this wasn't a master class on how to develop your characters, I mean, nothing else.
Yeah.
Nothing else could hold up to it.
And then I dusted with you.
Mm-hmm. Surprise.
That's a really cool ending.
I didn't have any
One
tears
of
left
my-
for that one, by the way, but that was very sad. It was all dried up.
Honestly,
told- Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, please finish up. I
Was
might go.
this- To say, I told Kevin Kira was going to let him dust and then go about her life and do a bunch of other things. Sent him the notes on like, these are all the things she's going to do.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really sad for like 3 days because I was like, damn. I even said to Candace, I was like taking a shower and she like popped in and she's like, you good? And I was just like, no, man, I just got Kat's notes. Like, what the fuck? Like, she's just gonna go on for another couple 100 years, like, and just like into a pocket dimension and just like create shit. And she was just like, yeah, well, you know, if that's the way of her character, I was like, yeah, no, I get it. Okay. Maybe I just tell her I love her, and then like, you know, let me just like, you know, then I turn into dust, and she can turn me into a fucking sword or something. I don't know.
Okay, bye.
I did consider sticking around just to put you into something.
Oh, like the dust,
one
yeah.
Yeah, no, to see if we could Marcus Soul something to
We
help
talked about that.
protect.
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad you didn't, because once he came to sentience, he'd be so pissed that she was gone. He'd be like, yeah, who's wielding me?
Such a vindictive sword. Yeah.
Oh, he'd be so mad.
Cursed out the fucking yang.
Well,
Except
nothing like Mistress Kira was, but sure, swing me and see what happens.
I hope you trip and cut yourself.
All right. I know.
That was for Marikos then.
Yeah, there you go. I know it's almost 10:30. Sorry, Lucy. I know you had something you wanted to say.
So I just wanted to say I really enjoyed playing Walken because it's probably my first time playing a really defensive character because he was just a hit point sponge. That's what he did. And he didn't defend himself, not in the slightest. It was always, his whole ability is defending other people. And that was even more so after the time like 3 months thing, 3 years thing. But honestly, I want to say Kevin G, that's twice now you've made my like favorite character in a campaign. I always love when Tempest is on screen. I never know what to expect, but I always know it's going to be great. Your arc was probably one of my favorites. I loved Marcus's whole like it go into the mind flayers and everything. I loved Kira's literally going into the mind thing. But I loved the whole adventure for Erinor and discovering about her. It was such a like cool part, and I think you played all of that amazing.
I mean that's all Candace. I gave her very little for like background character. I'm like, I'm just a angsty child who left home and stole his daddy's sword. That's literally his backstory, pretty much. And I was just like, have fun with that.
To be fair, though, I was like, okay, which character would pick up this fucking necklace? And then you were like, hey, I'm thinking about going Warlock. I'm like, done!
Oh, you had that plan before.
I did. The necklace was actually going to be tied to Frozen Phoenix initially, directly. And then it was just too perfect. Like, you messaged me literally the weekend before, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. This fits so much better.
I assumed you had dropped that specifically for me to pick up because it was so soon after I mentioned that.
Yeah, I
And
kinda-
Walken was trying to pick it up.
I linked them both. Once I figured out, but I was like, no, I'm going to make sure that's why I was like, Tempest, it's calling to you. Like, you have to have that now.
Yeah.
Bonkin cannot have that. But, and, you know, also with, as far as Tempest is concerned, though, while I did write the arc for Erinor, I mean, you drove it. You know, you could have been like, okay, cool, I'm a warlock now. You know, but you interacted with the patron and made more out of it. So you guys kept me on my toes.
I know thematically that's not really a thing to do in 5e. It's just like I tell you when your patron wants to talk to you, but I was like, yeah, let's play with this.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
It was awesome.
And even at the end there, Kevin was going, oh, wait, so he had control over her? And I was like, yep. And he had no idea that whole time until the end.
Threw me for a fucking loop.
Mm-hmm. All right, it's
Yeah,
10:30. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lucy.
I loved every interaction between like Aranor and Tempest. And in the very beginning, I'm like, this is gonna turn into a three-way relationship, and it's gonna be amazing.
Oh, she was still
It's gonna be
100%, 100% in love with him at the end. 100% she was, but she's a siren. I mean, you know.
Absolutely.
Siren and a rocker boy.
One of my favorite running gags the whole time is the fact that everyone except Bonkin did not know how to talk, knew how to talk Elvish. Everyone spoke Elvish except Bonkin.
Even Zachary.
I had to learn Elvish because these two motherfuckers were talking, amongst themselves. I'm like, well, fuck this. I'm gonna butt in. I took a feat, and I had no use for that feat other than butting into their conversation. What was it, linguist?
Amazing.
I love that you picked it just to mess that.
Just to fuck with
True
those
kid
two.
fashion.
You messaged me in that end fight so many times because I'm like, it's a high stress situation. Yeah, she's speaking Elvish. Like, of course you are. You messaged me like 8 times and I'm just dying.
And to be clear, it was totally ironic that she spoke Elvish and I spoke Elvish. I only had Elvish because I built it into my character's history long before I knew she was going to play a Shardakai, that our clan enemies, our blood enemies, was another clan of fucking Shardakai. So we had to speak Elvish so we would know what our... So when she showed up session 1, I looked at Candace and went, what the fuck? Did you tell her? And she's like, I didn't say a word. And I was like, what the... what are the odds of that?
I love that clash, tension in the beginning, because you guys were mortal enemies, but you became lovers. It was really cool. I liked it.
It really was. It was such a cool. I mean, all of you guys had such cool character concepts that just evolved.
Still, the fact that it was an insult, the fucking club thing, I didn't realize that until like a year in.
First Embrace. Yep, I wrote First Embrace last year.
Yep, because I'm not giving this back. I don't care if it was mean. It's my mean.
Like Kira, I didn't, like Kat, I should say, I didn't know we were going into the future. I completely misunderstood what you said. So I give you this, backstory of, oh, he's a dad, he wants to go home. So I'm like, oh, we'll visit there occasionally, it'll be fine. And then she goes, oh, you're in the future? And I'm like, oh, I misunderstood the whole problem.
Yeah, that's kind of why my backstory was a little minimal, because I didn't think there be any,
going back
connection to the backstory. Yeah, so I was like, fuck it, he left home, kind of. But yeah, I mean, I think that worked out. Honestly, for Bonkin's character, that worked out the best for everybody, because after, Aegis left, and then I was like, well, I don't know what reason we would have, because Tempest doesn't want to go back. Kira clearly didn't want to go back. Marcus is at home, and then well, what the fuck? And then he's got the daughter back there. But then when you left, it was like, well, shit. I don't even know.
All right.
That was a rough 3 weeks. I love D&D, so every Sunday I don't have it, I'm like, fuck.
Well, it should only be 1 or 2. Yeah, me too.
I'm sorry, I need to run.
Yeah, we do too. So I did create a song. I'll send it in our group for you guys to listen to. It's pretty cool. And then, yeah, thank you guys again. And we'll be starting Xavier's campaign in a couple weeks.
Hell yeah.
Or 1 week? I don't know yet.
I'm cool with 1 week. I'm also cool with 2 weeks, but I think it's all very wishy-washy. So we'll say 1 week. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. We could do a 1 week break, and then if anybody has if anybody wants an additional week break, that's totally fine by me. We can take it.
If we want to bombard you with questions about our, I don't know, deity, when do you want those questions? And when do you want us to finalize our character, actual character sheet?
I will send a message in the group chat in the next probably 4 or 5 days. We're about to go on vacation because the kids are on fall break. So, but I'll let you guys know very, very soon. So just start thinking about that stuff and send it to me when you can.
Awesome.
I just didn't want to interrupt your vacation things with bombardments.
No, I mean, you can send me questions. I'm sure, they'll be doing their thing, and I'll be probably drinking by the pool, so.
Nice.
Lucky.
No, probably not. I don't drink on vacation.
Yeah.
Not with 3 crazy kids running around. Okay, yeah, but yeah, we'll start in a couple weeks then, and if you guys need anything from me, obviously, we'll be picking that up soon.
All right.
And thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
100?
What'd you say?
Was it 100 exactly then? Or
Yeah,
was it...
session 100. Yep, 100 sessions.
Wow.
300 hours. Yeah.
Yep. A little bit more than that, honestly. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, guys. We will see you next week. Or in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah. Thank you
Bye,
guys so
everybody.
much for everything.
Okay.
Take care, guys.
Okay, we're gonna raid out to someone?
Shit. Okay, we're looking good on time.
Yeah, we don't have too many people. We'll go to Mamie from Hyrule. She's playing some retro games. Thank you for hanging out, Payne. Yeah, 35 minutes over, 101. Okay, and it is with a very heavy heart that I call it on Boundless Valor. This was a really amazing experience. Again, thank you for being here, Payne. I know you're here through like the whole thing pretty much, so thank you very much. I'm not going to do crochet and chill on Tuesday because we're going to be on vacation, but we will be home in time on Friday. We'll be home Thursday, so we'll be doing 7 days on Friday. So I'm going to go raid maybe from Hyrule, and I hope you have a really great...
But it may have other uses. どういうこと? There's other uses? ちょっとどうせだからあれぐるーって反対側行こうか。あれ? すっごい汗かき。He's very sweaty.